we can. Do you guys want an intro or not? I don't care either way. You can
I
just
don't
jump
care.
in or do the
I don't
whole.
care either way.
Do the whole. Hey everyone! We're playing some stuff, and people are characters, and here's their names. You want that?
Yeah. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
You can
it
do
doesn't
it.
matter.
It's your game if you want to do it, man.
Okay. So welcome in, people. I know I can see Cowboy out there. We got a few people. So tonight we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. We are playing in a world of my own creation. We're playing something that I have called Descent into Sciniparta. It will be a horror type campaign. And here are our admirable players. Say hello, admirable players.
Hello,
players.
Hello, admirable players.
So
Guten
we'll go
Tag.
around the horn and introduce ourselves. We'll start with Yarick, and then we'll work our way along the overlay on the bottom.
All right. So I'm Real Leper. I'm playing Yarick, is a tiefling thief, and all everybody knows is that he's said multiple times in the past, if a guy's going to have a past, it might as well be multiple choice.
That's still
Next.
That's you, babe.
Oh. I'm Mrs. Bud, and I totally forgot how to pronounce my character's name.
That's pretty embarrassing.
That's okay. So are the rest of us.
Eleonora?
Eleonora, thank you. And I'm playing
I got
Eleonora.
notes.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what else to say. So there you go.
Anything about your character you want to throw out?
No, I don't know.
Okay. That's fine. I'm Elmmerfudd. I'm playing Ferentis, a human ranger with a very traditionally non-traditional backstory. My parents died at a young age of natural causes, thus making me leave my town and go exploring things. And because I've had no life experience, I'm way too trusting of people.
Except for people who out and out say that they're there to rule the world.
Correct. Yeah.
That's where he draws the line.
There's a difference between being too trusting and someone saying, yeah, I'd like to enslave all of humanity. There's a little difference there.
You didn't say anything about enslaving. Just
It was
ruling with
definitely
an iron
implied.
fist.
It was implied.
All right, Egg, you're it.
That's Fluff.
Oh, it's me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Fluff. I knew it was somebody.
My character, Rothnito, is a Earth Genasi. Character's background is a little fuzzy. There's some core memories. Holds it pretty true to heart. People tend to trust, like, and believe the character. Rothnito is known to react with intention, so not just split reactions, but try and observe, know the facts, make moves with intention. And because he's an Earth Genasi, he's never clean. Always appears slightly dusty. Dirt, mud, moss, organic material often found on the body.
That kid from Charlie Brown.
Yeah, like just cleanliness is not. It's just it's just always like some earth and stuff, like it's just it's like a powerful, just different than your average person walking around, I guess, right? Got that earth on them.
Yeah.
Good earth sandwich.
All right, my character's name is Borlin Ironspice. He grew up in a dwarvish stronghold, where smelting and war were the main commodities. But I found my love, or he found his love, in cooking, and nothing's been more important to him than that. And he just happens to be a good fighter on top of that. Pretty much it.
Well, now that we've introduced the characters, we had previously had a session 0, in which our team of intrepid heroes found themselves journeying to an inn called the Edge of the World. They were contracted by letter and by gold. They were given 2,000 gold, or they were promised 2,000 gold just for journeying to this location. As they journeyed to this location, they found themselves on the edge of a forest. The inn itself was built into a hill, almost like a hobbit hole. And when they journeyed inside of it, they found kind of a rough-hewn cavern out of this hill with an inn built inside of it. They then met with the person who had promised them the gold. And when they met him and he introduced himself, he had the same appearance as Eleanor's father. Although he didn't show any recognition, there were some interactions. Eleanor shook his hand, was confused by the fact that this man who appears to look exactly like her father had no recognition of her. But she decided not to bring that up to him. They were given the gold. Borlin and I believe Yarick wanted to check the veracity of the gold, and which, when they did so, they found that it had a red hue to it and tasted slightly of iron, even though it was quite obviously gold. They met with their what's the word I'm looking for? Benefactor, who, as they had a deeper conversation with him, he had asked them to journey into Krakovar, which is the name of this region, to retrieve an iron crown off the head of a Koschei.
Normal stuff.
The crown he would then use to
what? What was the rest of that word?
To instigate his rule.
Interesting.
Over Krakovar, he offered the companions that they would become his generals, that they would have all their heart's desire given to them. At which point, Ferentis decided that that probably was not a good idea for them, and that they should take a step outside to hear, to kind of discuss among themselves whether that they felt like that was a good idea or not. As they stepped outside, twilight was falling. And a couple of things happened. First, in the distance, along the tree line, they saw eyes and movements that raised some alarm bells for Parentis. They also noticed a man who came galloping in on his horse. His horse lathered, he's whipping his horse, his cloak billowing out behind him. He dumped his horse in the stable and then quickly ran into the inn and slammed the door. Borlin went in to then see if he could try to understand why this might be happening. They were talking amongst themselves, and most of them were just congratulating him on making it here before night fell. At that same moment, those outside noticed that the eyes, they saw this kind of ape-like figure hanging from a branch staring at them, but they couldn't quite determine what that creature was. And so they decided it's probably a good idea to make their way inside. Rothnito, wanting to shed better light on the situation, and always acting with intent, shot a firework off into the sky, which then instigated what appeared to be a pack of wolves that began running out of the forest towards you guys. Most of you journeyed inside. A few of you stayed a little longer just to make sure that there were indeed wolves that were going to chase you.
Okay.
But eventually you made your way inside the inn. The door slammed. As you were going in, you noticed that the wood itself was holly, an unusual wood typically used in construction, and that there were inlays of silver on the door. And as you slam the door, you kind of hear the scrabbling, and you hear a and a and that is where we will pick up tonight.
And I saw some in my notes. I just want to clarify if that's okay.
Yeah,
I have here that the fireworks that were set off above us, right?
Oh yeah, those random fireworks.
In my, I just want to make sure my notes are right.
Yeah, no one knows where they came from.
Those prevented the werewolves from attacking us when we would have been further away from safety, right? So had it not been for the fireworks, we could have been 60 feet away from the door and not made it back inside safely.
I
intention of saving
I can understand why you might put that in your notes. But let me clarify the chain of events here.
Here's where
the
you're
wolves
wrong,
were at
kid.
a distance and were in the woods. And they were keeping to themselves. They were kind of approaching, but they were watching. It was as soon as you set off the fireworks that pack, almost in a fury, now seeing this movement, seeing prey, they decided to then stream out of the forest and towards you guys.
Okay.
Interesting.
I could have sworn I remembered that differly.
I hope we can figure out where this random firework came from.
I gotta check whoever's writing these notes too. Let me circle back with them about this chain of events.
Right.
I'd like to inside check Fluffy as a person.
I kind of wish that Fluffy had given our recap now
From his perspective.
Actually,
I shot the fireworks off. It prevented everybody from dying.
I'm a hero.
I just want to say, we're all safe inside, and there's a silver door that we noticed because I shot the fireworks off.
I mean, you have a point. You did, there was some light shed on the situation because of your fireworks. So I mean, something happened because of your fireworks, for sure.
Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Just wanted to. Okay, all right. Notes are all up far now.
Yeah, they're aligned.
While we're adding some things, don't forget that we have a pound of mystery seasoning.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot who has the majority of our money, but I know that I have one gold coin.
Yarrick has the money.
Yeah, Yarrick has
the thief.
799 of the blood money, and I have one.
Yeah, with teeth marks in it.
With teeth marks. Yeah, I have one with teeth marks.
Yeah, the rest of us have the idea of money.
We didn't decide what we want to do with the money yet. We just took it.
Well, Yarrick took it. The rest of you had left it on the table, in which case was then Yarrick then taking the money.
It's because we trusted our thief friend.
I see nothing wrong happening with any decision we've made.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think these are all great decisions.
So, if we're jumping into it, what seems to be the general vibe around the room with us running in and then clawing at the door? Does it seem like this is normal, or everyone's like, what the fuck did you do?
So, Borland, because you were already at the bar, so you see your friends stream in, they slam the door. One of the two men that was at the bar with you, he kind of, the barkeep behind the bar, nods at him and kind of gives him a look, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I'll get it." And then he walks over to the door, and he grabs this lever at the side. It's essentially just a big post that's sticking out, and he runs it across the door. It's actually attached to this, large iron bar that just as you kind of see it sit into a cradle. The door is quavering. You kind of hear most scratching. You haven't heard any sizzling again. And then kind of everybody goes back to their drinks. Roll me an insight.
Okay. I'd love to. First roll of... Oh, that's going to be good. That is a 6.
6. Okay. You don't... The only thing that you notice is that this seems semi-normal.
Okay. So no one's pointing their fingers and going, what the fuck did you guys do?
No.
Okay.
Except
There are
for us
5 people
against
are
each
doing that for sure to one person right now.
other.
Or four people, sorry.
Yeah.
So is that normal? Like to like just the bar in general?
There's a lady, and she's kind of got this. Her hair is kind of greasy, kind of swept off to the side, kind of hanging in strings, and she's just kind of sitting there. She has these scars across the bottom part of her cheek, across her jaw, and down into her throat. And she kind of turns to you and she goes, "Normal around here,
Okay.
somewhat. They do seem a little more riled up than normal, but the door should hold."
I kind of
Probably
glance
'cause
at Roth a
Tuesday.
little bit. Yeah.
Full moon, maybe.
How long does this like last? Do they leave, or is it just like till the sun comes up?
Do we need to book a room now?
One of the guys at the bar, he doesn't even kind of look at you. He just goes, "It'll be until morning, probably. Once their blood is up, they go on the hunt." One thing I did forget to mention at the very end, you guys saw what appeared to be a ghostly horse, a ghostly horde of stampeding horse with men
Oh, that's right.
on it.
Yeah.
Across the tops of the trees, and you heard this kind of hunting horn blow as you kind of the last thing you saw as you came in the door.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, I totally forgotten. I'm glad you remembered.
I would like to casually go over to the guy that I was sitting next to and be like, "Hey, so what's up with that hunt going on by like not the werewolves, but like those guys? Like, what's up with them?"
So you actually didn't see it because you were already in the end.
All right, let me ask Fudd. Hey, tell me everything that happened, Fudd. Or not? Sorry.
Yeah. So crazy thing. Randomly, and I glance at Roth again. This firework goes on in the air, right? And everyone goes absolutely nuts. And so we go to run in. There's iron in the door, stuff. And there was like these horses and a horn and dudes in armor, and they were like, oh, it looked like they were hunting whatever was hunting us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we were trying to have a smoke outside to talk about the mission,
Correct.
Before all this chaos went on. And we didn't really get to do that, right? So I would like to walk over to the bartender.
Okay.
See what kind of a barkeep. We can't go outside till morning.
I would not suggest it.
Are we smoking here?
Everybody else is, and I mean there are fireplaces placed around here.
Okay.
There are a couple of other people with pipes, and they're
so
kind of smoking. The ceiling is high enough because it's kind of this domed interior, and everything kind of quaffs up. It's gathering at the ceiling now, and it's actually a point of interest. You see across the top this kind of, it's hard to see because it's dark up there, because you're really only getting the light from the fireplaces at this point. But there is this kind of metallic sheen that is in this kind of sphere on the top.
Yeah, and our homie with the purple flower also just vanished into the air. So he's essentially somewhere around 2. Barkeep, 5 drinks.
He's not here.
Please. So 5 drinks, and then because
that'll be 2 copper each.
Yeah, so because I have, what is that in inventory that we have our gold? Or where was that?
Yeah.
Inventory, and then where it says weight carried at the top there, just scroll to the right and you'll see the money indicator.
Oh, so I have 168. Okay, so can I toss him 1 gold piece?
He catches it out of the air.
Yeah.
Like he's a big dude, right? Big hairy forearms. He doesn't look like he should be able to move quick, but you flick that gold piece and these kind of piggy eyes. Watch it, like catch
I
it right out of the
immediately
air.
want to throw another gold piece the
Oh, for crying
opposite
out loud.
direction at the bottom right corner. Like, so if he reached up to the
Oh.
right and caught it, like as he's reaching up to the right, I want to take a second gold piece and throw it to his left, slightly further out.
He snatches that one too.
Just like 1, 2.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then I just want to act like nothing happened. I removed those 2 gold
And
pieces
they
from my inventory.
like he puts them in his hand and almost like a magician, they disappear as
Okay.
he starts grabbing glasses and he actually, so most people when he's been pouring their drinks, there's like this dusty bottle that's mostly covered in dirt that he's kind of been pouring from, and it's like chunks are like as he pours it's chunky.
No thanks.
But for you guys, he spins this cask around. It's a rather large cask, but he kind of spins it so it goes up on an edge and kind of does that circle. And he spins it around, and there's like this hammered in gold spigot, and he grabs a couple. He fills it up. It's got this nice foam on top. You can see as it was coming down. I mean, it's like this golden amber liquid that just fills up, and he slides them across the bar to you.
Awesome. I want to. They have handles?
Yeah. They're mugs. They're mostly horn and wood.
Okay. And then grab my pipe with the other hand and like put it in my mouth as I walk back to the group.
Okay.
That table we were talking to our homeboy at, right?
Well, you
is
guys
that,
were
like, in
kind
the
of, you had
middle?
set up chairs around the one of the fireplaces.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're hanging out over there.
Yeah. And it's in the back. The tables closest to you guys are empty.
Do we want to stay around the fire, or do we want to go take a table?
I mean, are we gonna eat something?
I mean, it sounds like we're stuck. Might as well, right?
All right, I say a table then, because I don't want to eat on my lap.
Yeah, I'm still walking back to you guys, so I wouldn't have any input on this conversation.
The tables aren't quite big enough for 5 people, so you'd probably need to scoot over another one. They're rough wood. It's easily accomplishable.
Okay.
And you kind of pull it over. In which case, then you're much closer to the other people at the tables, but you are at a table.
I'm sure they're drinking for a while. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah, they're just kind of they're kind of quietly talking amongst themselves, and really kind of about nothing in particular.
So I'm gonna walk over to the first table and throw the 5 beers on the table, and then grab my beer, slide it kind of towards myself, and look around for one of you for a light as I'm just holding my pipe, like
Oh yeah, I got you.
seeing if someone has a trick.
Nothing cool, just like a regular little match thing.
Oh, I won't say anything about like the drinks or anything, and then I'll just go back and take a sip on mine and kind of see what's going on.
As you take a sip, go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
There it is.
It's always something.
Where do I do that?
It should be up there. It should be under your
just
saving throws and
yeah,
then
saving throws
Constitution.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I click on the number. Oh, I got a 3 + 5, so 8.
8. It is. I mean, right? This is a typical thing, right? Pubs, drinking at the end of the night. It's common. Nothing has like as you taste it. It is honey. Like this mead that he has poured for you is sweet and tangy, and it is delicious. It's got notes of blueberry, and it hits your tongue, and it immediately You technically have the poisoned condition. You are not poisoned in the conventional sense, but you do have the poison condition because you are already tipsy.
Okay.
It is strong alcohol.
Oh, a little lightweight.
But how does it taste?
Like honey.
Oh, it is
Like really, really good.
crisp, clean, unexpectedly good.
Yeah, I'll take a sip. It's there.
I kind of sit back and I puff on the thing and then I immediately take another sip and then set my glass down.
You know, it hangs no matter how much, like as you take another sip, it just kind of hangs at that same level.
Okay.
It just kind of, it rushed to you, but
And I'm
it
just
oddly
there.
it mellows out. It plateaus at that tipsy level.
That's a
Okay.
Did you say you took a sip too?
Yeah.
Apprentice? Yeah, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
That is gonna be a 6 again. Let's go. Also, real quick for those of you in the campaign, if you want near the top of your character sheet where it says "Campaign Descent into Hamanoptera," if you go over to the right, there's the box, the cube. That's the game log. You can click that; it'll show everyone's rolls if you want.
So that was a total of 6?
Total of 6, my man.
Okay. You are technically poisoned. So
Good.
you have the poison condition.
Okay.
Which is, I think, just disadvantage on throws. Okay. I can't remember specifically which ones, but...
Got it.
So basically everyone's really enjoying this drink, right? Francis, you enjoyed it too? Very delicious.
I'm quizzical about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm
It
skeptical.
You have
tastes so good.
I watch. I see
I'm
these two.
I'm gonna chug half of it immediately.
So, because you're a dwarf,
Right.
you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. So you have advantage on this.
How do I see what my advantage is?
So you just roll it twice. You take the higher of the two.
Okay, of the Constitution. Well, that was a good first throw.
Hell yeah.
And then 5. Yeah, I'll take the 18.
Are you sure?
So you chug it. You feel no effects other than the fact that to your dwarven palate, you're like, wait. This is dwarven make. This is dwarven brewed.
Oh, yeah. You guys are a bunch of lightweights. That's what's up.
Oh,
well, I'm kind of I'm gonna be kind of suspicious of it, just given everything else that's gone on. So I'm gonna kind of give what's in my mug a little sniff test.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a I don't know. You choose. You choose what depending on what you're trying to get out of this. Tell me what you're rolling.
I'm just trying to see if I can detect at least any obvious signs of like drugging or poisoning.
Roll me a
like
perception check.
All right. We go. Perception. Beep. 7.
That's my boy.
You know, smells like honey. Smells like blueberries. That's about it. Smells like mead, man.
It's already been a long night.
Okay, give me that Constitution saving throw.
All right. Here we go. Constitution. Oh, 21.
21.
Damn.
You're a tiefling, right? And you are used to being poisoned. Like that is just a thing. You're a rogue, right? And a thief.
Yeah.
Like you've been around the rougher elements. So you have practice on building up tolerance to various types of concoctions. And so with no problem, you're like, yeah, this is great.
So as I finish downing, I just now about this job.
For those of you who failed your saving throw, you're feeling the tips of your fingers, your extremities, your nose, your lips. They're getting numb.
Ferentis lit my pipe for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I immediately want to turn to Ferentis and hold my pipe out and ask him to light it again. Ferentis, pipe, but my pipe is actually lit.
Yeah.
Like my pipe, it's still lit. Like I'm just.
I was gonna say, I'm just
intoxicated.
sitting here watching all
Okay.
this. I've seen all you guys, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to drink some of this.
You just look happy.
So
Nah.
those of you who failed, you have disadvantage on ability checks, and you have disadvantage on on attack rolls.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm trying to light your pipe again, not feeling my fingers, like I'm fumbling hard. Come on. I do
Give
this
me a dex,
all the
a
time.
dex check.
Okay.
You don't necessarily have advantage. It's just because you have. I'm having you roll it
That's a
because
natural
typically you'd be
one.
able to do it automatic.
What do I currently have disadvantage on?
What do you
All the
use?
things.
Do you use like a flint and steel kind of thing, or
It's just like a.
do you have matches?
Yeah, I got matches. So
Okay,
I'm
you
trying
no
to
longer
try to-
have. You lose your tinderbox
Okay, cool. Deleting that now.
because you accidentally light your tinderbox on fire.
Quick, light your pipe on it. It's there.
Rentis, you all right?
I can't feel my finger. I can't feel my finger.
All right, I look at Rothanito and pull out my my flint and steel going to light his pipe because I also forgot because I was like just trusting him. And then as I go to light it, I see that it's already lit, and I just kind of give him this look of like, "You good?"
Yeah, I'm questioning this drink now.
It tastes so good.
I haven't even taken a sip yet because I'm watching you guys, and I'm like, I think there's something wrong with this.
That's what your dad would want.
I mean, I feel fine. It's just because these two are such lightweights.
It's at
truly
this
they are.
moment. It is at this moment
Oh boy.
that as you guys are sitting there drinking, you're kind of having a laugh at the fact that Ferentis just lit his tinderbox on fire, and he kind of like throws it to the ground, and it just kind of sits in the dirt on fire. You hear this kind of scrabbling, and then there's this clawed, furry hand that punches out of the dirt behind the barkeep, grabs onto the barkeep's head, and explodes his head as it clenches around it.
I immediately
yanks the body back against the wall, and you hear the snapping of bones as portions of his body are now pulled back through the dirt and the stone to the outside. And you hear one of the guys looks over to you and they go, "That doesn't normally happen." I need everybody to roll initiative.
All right, yeah. I guess we're not getting more drinks.
Initiative, where's that?
Oh, there we
That'll be
go.
in the middle there, next to there'll be a big thing that says armored class. Looks like a shield. It's just to the left of that.
Oh, initiative, there it is.
Ooh.
I got a 17.
I got a 13.
I got 10.
Everyone's in the log now.
And if you guys are in roll 20,
Yeah.
you should be seeing the map.
Shit. Yeah. Whoa. Hello.
Yeah. That is gorgeous.
Nice.
You didn't bring. Can you? Camera crew doesn't have a token. It's a stream side. It's just a black.
Did I
screen.
break something?
Yeah, if you could.
Cut out for me for a sec.
Yeah, for me too.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, we
can you
can.
make a token for camera crew so that they can see anything?
Oh yeah.
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 That would be appreciated.
Yeah. Let me get you in there.
Thanks. Why is Discord being weird now? Loser. This bar looks awesome.
It really does.
Yeah, it does.
Good job, Ross.
Thank you. That took me like 2 hours last night.
Hey, the little dark gnome with smithing a leg is here.
Oh, guys, we messed up. We're a lot closer to the bar now. We should have stayed by the fire.
I'm sure. I mean, it's so easy to shoot a bow when you can't feel your fingers. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
it's gonna be fine.
This is
I'm
gonna
not
be
really too
terrible.
concerned at this state of mind.
We
I
feel
say
good.
you two are feeling good.
We feel great.
Is camera crew able
We're
to
good,
see now?
baby.
Yeah.
All right, let me get that set up there.
Camera crew is just a little floating ball of light. Feel free to move that wherever you need to.
Deal. We're good. All right. All right, we're set.
All right. Let me get this rolling. Rolling.
Keep them dice
Well,
rolling.
now I'm glad I didn't take a drink.
Right, you'll be the only one that. Well, I guess. Yeah, Yarrick and Borland
I'm
are
fine.
set. So never mind. It's just us, baby.
All
We're
right.
off. You and me against the world, dog.
Furentus,
Yep.
what you got for me?
19.
Okay. Rothnito,
13.
Eleonora,
10.
7. Was
10.
that correct? 7?
10.
10.
10? Okay. Borland,
18.
Ooh.
nice.
I wasn't even the
nice.
highest one.
And Yarrick.
20.
Yeah, 18 was the third place. That's crazy.
There's
Oh,
always
this
a
is
bigger
perfect.
fish.
All right.
This is perfect.
I know, right?
I don't
It's
want
in
you
the
to
order
say
that
that.
everyone dies in.
Yeah, cool,
That's
cool,
so
cool.
weird.
Thank y'all for joining us for session 1. And session 2 will be in session 1 of a new campaign. See y'all next week.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, baby.
It's a little
All right.
concerning he got giddy about this.
If I know Russ like I think I do, he only gets giddy when things go well for the players.
Okay. So I want you guys to position yourselves at the table that you guys were sitting at real quick.
What are we? Can we move these losers?
Yeah, which table?
I guess we'd be over here then if that's the
Well, it
only
was
open
supposed to be
table.
two
That one.
tables next to each other, right?
Yeah, so we'd be over here.
Good move.
Just click
Yeah,
and drag.
I could-
Should have your name underneath it.
There,
I'll
I'll
move
be-
these guys.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Did you find yourself, babe?
I like how some of them have idle
Yeah.
animations.
Oh, there it goes.
Yes.
It was
Actually,
my
those
idle
were
animation.
all free things.
Yeah, I love the
Nice.
free things.
And just so you guys are aware, the tables and chairs should be movable by you guys as well.
Oh,
Mm,
I can't click a table or a chair.
yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I can only click my character.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, you really ruined that immersion. Thanks, bud.
Oh,
Well, let me know where you guys would like them moved, and I will move them. I'm assuming you guys want a table.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, you read our minds immediately. You're so good.
I want to be here.
I
Put a
wanna
chair where my
be-
character wants rest, please. Yeah, that's my spot.
That's it.
yeah, you can put a chair on me.
Give him the
Here,
chair.
Oh, actually, I'll move over to this one. I don't want to be next to the
Buzzsaw's
fire because it's hot.
ready. But you're hot.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't want to be next to the fire.
I respect it. Hell yeah. I mean, guys, let's take a moment. Like, I don't see any enemies here. Like, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are probably all right.
I mean, I'm a little bit annoyed that we have to pour our own, but
That's a
So-
real bummer.
You guys watch as the innkeeper over here, his head explodes and then his body disappears.
That's probably not great.
so
And then, as you guys are watching that, from behind you, you hear, before you see it, and from the wall bursts a wolf. He is going to go ahead and attack Ferentis.
Hence why you're excited, because they rolled better than we did. Got it. Bring it on, Russ.
And me? No.
Bring it on, dude. You won't.
That's a natural 20.
If you say so.
So
first damage, here it comes.
okay, that is 11 points of damage.
Okay.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Buddy, I'd love to do that.
This is an ability check. This is a saving throw, not an ability check, so you have advantage.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, you don't have advantage. It's just
a straight roll. Got it.
Yeah. Sorry.
That is a slightly homo 14.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you kind of feel as it bites into you, it just leaps out of the wall. You see as like the dirt kind of collapses down, and it comes out of the wall, just jaws wide, and it bites you on the shoulder.
Okay.
And it begins to whip its head back and forth. As it attempts to try to pull you down.
Did it pull me
that
down?
will
Sorry,
then-
you cut out at the very end there for me.
It will not pull you down.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you made your strength saving
Cool.
throw. Okay, that will then bring us to Yarick.
All right. So I probably did notice the wolf coming through and biting Ferentis, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, you noticed. yeah. You know,
I
at
think we
first,
all noticed.
at first you're like,
Oh, what's everyone
at first
talking
you're
about?
like, you know, I don't know. Like, I could be imagining things, right? I did just take a drink of this mead, and then you're like, no, that spittle feels real. The blood like squirts onto your face, and you're like,
Feels real.
you know, I'm pretty sure that's a wolf that just
Yeah.
leaped through that wall and bit my friend on his shoulder.
All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and whip out my two daggers and go for the wolf's throat. Now, if he's busy like playing tug of war with Ferentis, that means he's like preoccupied. So I have a sneak attack.
You do have sneak attack, and it is because Ferentis is adjacent as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is engaged with the creature, and so you would
Right.
you would get your sneak attack.
All right, so here we go. So let's get the main event first. Oof. That's no bueno. 10 for my to hit. Yeah. Yeah.
A 10 does not hit. So as you go to your first stab, you're not able. The fur, it's got so much fur. You can't find purchase. You go to stab it in what you think is the shoulder, but it's moving, and so you just kind of cut a slice of fur off that just kind of flutters to the floor. Oh, let me change it up for those who are listening. We need some battle music going on.
Yeah. So anyway, since
As far as distance in the squares, are each square, what are they, 10, 5 feet?
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay, so I'm doing two finesse weapons. I'm gonna do attack with the other dagger for my bonus action.
Okay.
Please. Oh, that's much better. So that's 20, not natural.
20 will hit, yeah.
Thank you.
Lovely. All right, so now we're going to do the damage plus the sneak attack. Plus the sneak attack. There we go. So that's going to be 11 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh. Well, I did say I was going for the throat.
Yeah.
So I just want to just tear that sucker's jugular open with my offhand dagger.
Okay. So your first slips under its arm, and your second one you reach up and under, and then you just drag your dagger back across the throat, and it just rips out, and it spits blood up into Ferentis's face as it crumples to the ground, and it just kind of gives out that as it whimpers and slowly dies.
Yarrick,
That's the stuff.
Yarrick, you're a hero. Thank you.
Shush.
Okay.
And that'll be, guess that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Ferentis, it is your turn.
We have a dead wolf, right?
Yep, dead wolf.
And nothing else is popping through at the current moment?
There is a hole in the wall.
Gotcha.
Not a big one,
But
enough
hole.
that maybe you could get your head through.
God, that sounds
Their
awful.
roots kind of hanging down.
That sounds awful. Can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Nothing I can really do with the hole.
Throw the table at it.
Giggity.
Yeah, I might try to, not the table, I might see if I can, would it be 2 actions to try to set a chair on fire and put it in the hole?
Oh, are you gonna light
No. How are you lighting it?
Well, first
There's
and
a fireplace
foremost,
right here, right?
the hole, right? Is it dirt or is it a bunch of wood and timber inside? We'll change if I want to put a burning piece of furniture in there.
Both. You see roots kind of hanging down, right? Nothing too big, but it mostly appears to be dirt. Yeah. There's timber on the inside that kind of holds the dirt in place to kind of structure everything.
Okay.
But it's mostly struts and things like that. It's pretty packed earth.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll peek in the hole and see if there's like a lot more stuff coming, so I can decide whether we do just prepare an ambush there or pack the hole with something or what we need to do. So I'll investigate the hole without crawling into it.
Okay. Give me either an investigation or perception, your choice.
Okay. That is going to be listen. That's another 6. I'm 3 for 3, folks. I'm 3 for 3. 666.
Okay. So here's what happens.
Yep. Let me know.
You look and you're peering at the hole, and it just looks like a bunch of roots and dirt and some stone, and you're like, I mean, and you kind of get closer and you get closer, and then does a 23 hit you?
Listen, I feel like it's kind of rude for you to ask that question in such a condescending way, as you're well aware that a 23 would hit me.
You take
Yep.
6 points
Oh, that's not bad.
of damage. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. Yep.
Did you also make your investigation check at disadvantage?
Well, I rolled it, so it was basically a disadvantage.
Go ahead and roll it again. Just to.
That's a 4.
Okay, yeah.
That's a 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is my strength
what
a
was your
disadvantage too?
No, because it's a saving throw.
Okay, cool. Well, thank God, because that's an 8.
Okay. So you feel jaws close around your face. You feel the teeth sinking in and ripping through your flesh. And you immediately fall back and you are prone on the floor.
Got it.
In front of this hole.
Prone condition. Perfect. I'll just add that to the list. Okay.
That's a torch.
Anything else for you?
Action was my investigation, correct?
Yep. You still have your movement, so you can use that to stand back up.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, is it full movement to stand up or half?
Half.
Half, okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to very calmly stand up, okay? And then just kind of, oh my God! And then run over here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you happen to be listening to the music at this point, but I really love how you guys.
You minimized it, so it like muted.
Paused it.
Right now.
I didn't want to interrupt. It's only been like since the middle of Fudd's turn.
I did not realize that me minimizing it would, which is really sad. I just want to point out that what happened is as the wolf died, the music went down real mellow. And then as you started investigating the hole, it
like
went
came back up
to where
that's awesome. That's
awesome.
awesome.
So sad. Yeah, I didn't. You guys were having a moment. I didn't want to like interrupt, like the conversation. And yeah.
Anything else for you, sir?
That's gonna do it for me in my face.
That's still funny.
Sure. Borland, it is your turn.
Okay, so I kind of like zoned out for a second. There's a wolf in the hole right now.
So you saw Ferentis
Uh-huh.
looking forward, and he kind of stumbled as he was like trying to peer, and he kind of stumbled in and like was kind of looking at the hole kind of drunkenly, and jaws just came out, bit him, tore his face off. He fell on the floor, and the jaws retreated, and then he like backed up.
Okay, I shake my head at Ferentis, just kind of like climb up on top of the table.
Yeah.
Jump down in front of the hole, pull out my shield. Well, how big is the hole?
It's maybe head size.
Okay, I pull out my shield, and I go to investigate it myself with my shield raised in front of me.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
I got this. Don't help me.
Man, the music is on point tonight.
That's a nat 1, baby. That's 2.
We're destined for greatness.
Oh, well, you got a 2. It was a nat 1
I got
plus
2.
1.
I got 2. It's the 1 plus 1.
Pluses don't matter on a nat 1.
Okay, here's the thing.
You fucked up.
Your shield shatters.
So, no. As you go to investigate, you're kind of peering. You've just got your eyes up over the shield. And so you really can't see. And all of a sudden, these jaws come from the darkness. And they go to clamp across, but all they can catch is your shield. Right, roll me a d6.
Three.
You see as it goes and it bites, you see its jaw kind of tense and slip off, and one of its teeth breaks off and scatters onto the floor.
Oh, heck yeah.
You did it.
Perks on having a shield.
It rolled a 1.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right. Can I do an attack roll now? Or can I do an attack on it?
So because we're in combat, you did a check, which is typically an action.
That's the action. Okay. And then, so what else can I do with my turn?
So you have your bonus action.
Right.
And you have your movement.
Yeah, I don't want to waste my second wind on this, so I'm just gonna back up a little bit to. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be right here, next to the dead body. I'm going to. I still, you know what? I still have my shield. I won't be a pussy about it. I'm gonna stay right there against the wall, or like right here, give a little bit of room if somebody else wants to get in there. But I'm still guarding everybody else from whatever is gonna come through because I protect my companions. That's part of who I am. Natural good.
Admirable.
My face says other one.
Admirable.
If I was there, I
have to
would have
heal
saved
your
you.
ass.
Well, you should have rolled better.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a skull on this wolf that is dead.
Oh, little wolf.
Oh, can I?
Am I here, Russ, at the side of the table, or am I here? Like, what's on this side? Do you prefer me to be here, so I'm like 10 feet from that wolf?
It doesn't matter. When these wolves jumped in, that is where you are now.
Okay, perfect. That's where I was.
As part of my movement, I would like to do a slight teabag on top of the wolf that I'm over right now.
You just
Mm.
So Borland walks up, the wolf comes out, it loses a tooth, and then he just kind of squats and pumps himself up and
just
down
like
for a second.
Yep. Perfect.
On top of the wolf.
Yep.
Oh God, Borland's in heat.
How do you even know if you can talk? You gotta have your face
So
ripped off.
is there a wolf currently in the room though? Like that wolf that jumped at him is the only live wolf in the room.
Correct. There's only the one wolf in the room. Yeah. And Borland, if that's it for you.
That's it.
Okay. You hear some scrabbling. And then from hold please.
Your D&D call is very important to us.
I'm gonna laugh if it comes out on the other side, and I'm just sitting there.
Bites me again.
I'm in the safest spot in the room at the moment.
It falls out of the ceiling and lands on Ferentis.
So another wolf
do it at this point.
Bursts out of the wall on the other side of the fireplace.
Oh, good.
And it's gonna attack Rothnito. And that is a 20 to hit.
Jesus.
So what do I have to roll?
You don't roll anything. It's against your AC. It has to meet or exceed your AC.
So does Wolf go first, or what's going on, or am I?
No, Wolf attacked. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I'll let Russell run it.
So, what's your AC?
It's your armor class that he's talking about. Yeah. Underneath the walking speed.
Yeah.
It's got like a shield.
It's kind of like in the middle.
Oh, 11.
Okay. So this will exceed your armor class.
Yeah.
So now it is going to roll damage. Okay. So it rolled an attack. It rolled a 20 to hit, which exceeds your armor class. So now it is going to roll its damage. Okay. It does 7 points of damage to you.
Okay.
So you'll go up in the top right where it has your...
We're good.
Yep. Okay. So the wolf leaps out. It has your leg. I need you to make a strength check at disadvantage because you're poisoned.
How do I add the disadvantage?
So you just roll the dice twice. You take the lower of the two.
And I click...
You click the button twice. Yeah.
Okay. So...
I'm sorry. It's not at disadvantage because it's a saving throw. I forgot.
Well, I got a 1.
I mean, you got a 1-6. That's right. The last throw was the first.
I got a 1 and a 16, so I guess we'll take the 1.
Who are
So
we?
you are prone, meaning that you are flat on your back. Melee attacks against you have advantage. Ranged attacks have disadvantage. On your turn, you can use half your movement to stand up.
Okay.
However, because you rolled a 1, I am going to have you roll again to see if you can stand up.
Okay. So what should I roll?
So, go ahead and roll me a strength saving throw. Just one.
19.
Hey, it's possible.
You use half your movement to stand up.
Okay, and now it's my turn.
And it is your turn.
And the wolf is within reach of me.
The wolf is within reach of you, yes.
So under bonus actions, I have 2 weapon fighting. So does that, if I use that, do I still have an action to use?
So you would have, it would take your action to attack once, and then your bonus action to attack with your offhand.
Okay. And I have 2 daggers. So if he's
Correct.
within reach of me, I would like to use my 2 daggers on the wolf that jumped on me.
Perfect.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that for me.
What do I roll?
So it'll say next to your dagger, it'll have a little plus.
It's the hits dash DC.
Dagger. Wait, there's a little box next to my dagger.
Correct.
Under equipment.
Okay, so you don't technically have your dagger equipped, but you didn't know that, so go ahead and check the equip button, which is that little box next to your dagger.
It's not letting me.
I got it for you. You're good.
Oh, okay.
So now if you go back to your actions.
Oh, okay. So.
But, however, before you do this.
Okay.
So, you have a couple of cantrips. You're a sorcerer. You can certainly attack with your daggers. You can do damage with your daggers. They are a D4. Or you could do Shocking Grasp at what your hit DC is a +4, and you get a D8 damage as well.
So, or the okay.
Chromatic Orb is distance.
Yeah, so that's more distance, but I could touch with the grasp.
You can, yeah. You're because it's within. So you would have disadvantage if you attacked with a ranged spell.
Okay.
Because it's in your face. So you can use Shocking Grasp, which is touch, or you can use any other spell that you have that is touch, which I don't think you have any.
No.
Alternatively, you could use something like Dragon's Breath, which is a saving throw that they have to succeed on.
I wanted to wait to use that because there's only one in the room right now. And I kind of wanted that as a back pocket in case there's more. Because it's a cone, and I figured cone damage versus... So that's kind of also why I didn't want to do the cantrip, but the cantrip I can use as much as I want. Is that true?
The cantrip you can use as much as you want. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's do that then. Let's do that. The touch 1d8. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, team two single attacks or?
Buddy, I think as a learning experience, you do whatever you feel is right now.
All right, let's do the shocking touch.
This is your first time, man.
I will also point out, if you look at Shocking Grasp, what it allows you to do is, if you hit, it does a D8 of damage, and then, until the start of its next turn, it cannot take opportunity attacks. Opportunity attacks are, because you are engaged with it, you are within 5 feet. If you attempt to move away, it gets a reaction, of which it can use to then attack you as you move away. However, if you hit it with the Shocking Grasp, you could conceivably shock it and then move away, and it will not be able to take its reaction.
Got it. Okay.
Just throwing that out there, since you're a new player, those are some strategies that you can use. but you do whatever you want.
And
So
that was a
then do
lot
I
of
click
info,
the-
so take your time.
Yeah, no, I want to try that. Do I click the +4 button then for the hit DC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna roll that then.
It does have disadvantage because all of your attacks have disadvantage.
Because of the drink, right?
Because you are poisoned, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I gotta roll it twice and then take the lower.
Correct.
Yep.
He's beginning
Yeah.
to believe. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna roll a 17 and a 8. God damn.
First one was
So
good.
unfortunately, yeah. So as you swipe, your hand lights up with electricity, crackling ribbons of it as you swing your hand around, and the wolf goes "Burp," and ducks underneath your hand as you swipe across, trying to grab at it.
Okay. I like that it Wile E. Coyote'd that moment.
Anything else for you, sir?
Okay, so I still have half of my movement, and then
Correct.
that was my one action. So do I have a bonus action still? Or is that can I use my dagger to try and come back the other way as a bonus action?
No, because you only get the offhand attack if you make a melee attack.
A melee attack first. Got it.
It's a weapon attack, and then you can follow it up with another weapon attack. I believe that is what we're going with for now.
I agree with you.
If anybody looks up the rule and something is off, let me know.
That's how I've understood it.
Let's see, where am I on this map? He's right there.
Yep.
Can I use my movement to just throw the chair between the wolf and I? Like as I like swing around, can I like spin and grab the chair and try and position it oh no, because he gets a reaction if I move because I didn't hit him. Sorry, I was thinking that I hit him. No, that will be my turn then.
Dude, good thinking on that.
Yeah.
You picked that up fast.
Yep.
Nice, dude.
Okay, cool. All right. We are then moving on to Eleonora.
It's time. She's been sweating bullets over here.
There's a lot that happened, and I don't know how to proceed. Okay, so we've got one wolf that's still alive and one that's dead.
Correct.
Where are you? Can you ping on the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there. So.
And this is Fudd. Who's sitting here?
Do you guys not see the? You guys should see a name tag.
No,
We only see
the only
our
name
own.
tags that pop up is for your token.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's annoying.
That one I believe is
That's Yarick.
That's Yarick. Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna say because
I'm on top of the wolf.
Borland's on top of the dead wolf basically at this hole right here.
Yeah.
So you
Okay,
can
got
either
it.
do like like an attack spell or do some healing
That's what I was
or
thinking. Well, I don't have healing.
There's like 5 feet between you and the
thought you
wolf
did.
and a chair.
I have mending, but that's an object.
Oh, here, let me come take a look. See, we'll figure.
I mean, you could mend. You can mend the wolf if you want to.
Where
Oh, you could mend the dead wolf back to life so it can be there with its other wolf friend.
That's so thoughtful.
Mhm. Yeah, animal rights, dude.
So here are all your actions, right?
Yeah.
So you have your weapons you can get stuff with,
I
or your
can
spell
hear
slots.
Fudd twice.
There's click on that. I think that's the one I was looking at.
While they're discussing, also take a look at your meta magics.
You have to walk up.
Rothnito.
Walk up to it. You do have.
Metamagics.
Look at,
There's a meta magic called Quicken Spell,
I think we were
which
gonna do
allows
it
you to cast a
later.
spell that would typically take an action as a bonus action. You don't have it. I just wanted to throw that out there because that's what I was looking for. Because you.
Oh yeah,
potentially could have
I
used
took
that.
distance and seeking.
You could also have used your seeking spell.
Seeking spell to do it. Yeah. Yeah, good point.
So just be aware of that, those kinds of things. Because I was just taking a look at your character sheet.
I think I know what I'm gonna do.
All right, what are you gonna do?
So I'm gonna attack the wolf. I'm gonna go up to it, and I'm gonna use my shocking grasp.
Okay.
Which wolf? The one by the hole or the one right
The
next to
one
me?
that's still alive.
So you should
What-
be able to click and drag your character over next to the wolf and place yourself wherever you happen to want to be.
So like
go.
this square or this
I was gonna
square.
say that square. Let's go here. So if I have to teleport, I can teleport that way. Okay.
I love that you're just running over the table at this wolf after I like swing
Yeah.
and totally fucking miss it.
As she does, because she's used to being in the wild, she almost looks like a wolf herself, right? Her cloth and furs kind of billow up around her as she goes to all fours, puts her hands on the table and brings her legs through to leap over the table, and then her hand lights on electric. Go ahead and make me that attack roll.
All right. So I click the 4.
Yep.
Babe. Okay. So 23.
Okay, 23 will hit.
So then you click that next one over that has the damage.
Okay. That one. Okay.
Mhm.
So 3.
Okay. So as you leap over the table and you come almost in that superhero pose, and you come up with that punch, you come right under the chin. Your fist shedding electricity as it comes up under the jaw of the wolf, and you see spittle and blood fly out, and its hair stands on end, and there's a scorch mark under its jaw.
Ooh. Okay. So didn't do much. So it's still alive.
You did
It
more
is still
than
alive.
most of us have done.
It does look it does appear to be bloodied, which is at least half.
Okay. There. I'm just looking here. So
So since you use your action, all you'll have is stuff that's in the bonus action.
okay. So anything in the bonus action?
And movement, because it cannot
Yeah.
take an opportunity attack, so you can move away freely now at this point.
Okay. Then let's. I don't know. I could do 2-weapon fighting, or I can just do my.
Well, you can't do the 2-weapon fighting because, like we were talking with
That says
Fluffy.
it's broken. Oh.
Yeah, with the 2-weapon fighting, you have to make basically an attack with a weapon to hit it, and then if you have a weapon in your other hand, then you can do that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I'll just back away.
Okay.
I didn't do as much damage as I thought I would, so I'll just go. Yeah, I'll just move away from it.
Okay. Any damage is good damage.
Yeah. So I'll go like.
And you only moved, what was that, 5, 10, 15 feet? So you have still 15 feet. So that's 3 squares if you want to move.
Yeah, I'll move kind of like. I think I'll move pretty much back to where I go. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Leap back over the table and go back to that spot so there's something between in case. Then I can throw the table at it
Now you're thinking.
if I need to.
And you do like a sweet backflip too as you do it.
Yes.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so she reaches a hand back after she comes up, and she uses the momentum, and she starts to arch her back behind her, and then just flips away from the wolf.
That's so badass.
So badass.
You
I
said she
could
looked like a
never do
wolf at
that.
the same time with my bloodied face. I go, kill it! No, I don't.
All right, anything else for you, Eleonora?
No, I think that's it. Wait, hang on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because I
it.
can't do another spell. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Good job.
So at this moment, there's kind of that pause. There's a lull.
Because they're wolves.
Your paths.
The wolf in front of you, Rothnito, is panting. And you hear this. And you hear perfect. And you hear these thumping coming from outside. And the earth begins to shake ever so slightly. And it begins to cave in from over here.
That's fine.
Wait, could you ping that again?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right here. And as it you see the dirt kind of come down, and you see standing now encased in moonlight, this human figure. He's holding himself up on a spear. His hair is long and gray. It cascades down in front of his face. He's bare-chested. He has this necklace of wolf teeth and pelts of wolves encase his loins. He's barefoot. He's not overly brawny, but he's wiry and strong. And he's just kind of panting. And then he looks up, and the hair kind of moves over his face, heavily bearded. Scraggly, dark eyes, but yellow eyes. As he looks, and his eyes are wide, rimmed in red, a little crazy looking. And he looks at Eleonora first. And you kind of hear this growling bubble. No. No. And then he is going to jump at Rothnito. And he is going to make attack. And as he attacks, you can see the wolf nipping at you. It's menacing you from the side, and so your attention is split. He rolls a 15 to hit. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah, I have an 11.
Okay.
It's gonna be fine.
That is 9 points of damage. As he comes up, and as you're distracted by the wolf, he just sticks the spear up under your rib cage and kind of lifts you off the ground for a second before he pulls it back out, and you drop back to the ground, and there's just that spatter of blood that hits the ground.
Okay.
The figure looks at you, Eleonora, and he goes, we will now move to... That's dead. Yarick, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. So where's the new guy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't move him.
Ask him.
Yeah.
I don't hear.
He's basically like on top of me,
hang on,
right?
Riz. What does he say to me? I
Oh
didn't quite
my.
understand that.
Well, your microphone kind of cut out, is why she's asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He said run.
Oh, okay.
So at first he said no. And then he looked at you and he said,
told me to run.
And then he
told you to
stabbed her
run.
with a spear.
And then he
and then he stabbed Rothnito with a spear.
no, he.
Oh, yeah.
That's my companion.
Controlled,
Yeah.
and that's your dad.
Sorry,
Everyone's
sir.
your dad to Ferentis. Everyone's your dad.
Okay. I will put him. He is right here on Rothnino. I'm putting him down.
Okay.
Give me a sec here. Go ahead, and it is Yarik's turn, but he is right there.
Okay. So I would have at least heard him come in and do all this stuff.
Yes.
You're just sitting there counting the gold.
Yeah.
You don't
Good
hear
luck,
anything. You're just
guys.
like,
No, the gold's already counted. And I shanked the
Recounting.
wolf to death. So let's see here. I'm going to okay, there he is. And since he stabbed Rothnito, I don't really like this new guy very much. I'm going to like parkour up onto the table, get around to the other side here, and I'm going to go get all stabby on him.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So first stabby. Ooh. That's a 21.
God, you're the hero, dude.
Wow.
Okay,
Nice
that'll hit.
roll, dude.
All right. So here we go. So we're going to do the dagger attack, and so that's 6 plus since I am adjacent to, since he's like preoccupied with Rothnito, that means I also get sneak attack, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm really starting to love sneak attack. That's 6 and 6. That's 12. Piercing, if that
So
means anything.
let's
here.
pause here for a second. Okay. So you flip over the table. You kind of do that roll, and as you come up, you swing around and you stab him in the side.
Mm-hmm.
The dagger sticks into his flesh, like hitting a tree trunk. Boosh. And as you pull it out and get ready for the second attack, you see the wound heal.
That's great. I love that for us.
Well, I don't.
If anybody's listening to the music, it just hit another really great note.
Yeah, that was pretty great. Like it.
So seeing the wound heal registers as I'm already going in for it. So I'll just go and roll the other attack.
Okay.
So that's okay. That's an 11.
Okay. That will not hit.
Now you're one of us.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It will hit.
Oh.
It will hit.
All right. Then we're going to do the things again. So that's 4 plus our sneak attack. Oh wow. Okay, so that's 16.
Damage?
Yep.
Okay. So again, as you come down, you stick it in, and as you're pulling it out, you see it close, and you kind of get this confused look on your face, but you're already in the motion of that follow-up attack as you swing your dagger down across its chest, opening this massive slice that's to the bone, right? In fact, you kind of feel your dagger skip across his ribs. And you watch as it just closes again.
damn.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Screw you,
Oh.
Hogtra.
Fuck you, Russ.
So seeing that, I'll just go, and I'm going to scoot back through like my last few feet of movement. Make some space there. And
Roll me a perception check. This won't be against your actions, but I want to see if you see something. Or what is your passive perception, I should say.
12.
Okay. You notice a glint of metal under his beard, around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Heat metal.
All right.
You might be muted, Fudd.
No, I just said it really quiet.
Like I know what I'm doing my next turn. All right.
It was for me.
Do
Okay.
the other members also see this glint, or is it just Yarg?
Yarg, do you say anything? You were the only one close enough
Well-
at this point.
I'll just let everybody know that there's something around his neck that's not beard, because I don't even know what it is yet. But it just seems important.
Anything else for you, Yarg?
That's it.
Okay. You moved away, right?
Yes, sir.
So he is going to take his opportunity attack. You don't have the bonus action for Rogue to disengage?
Ooh, let me check that.
Oh, I think it's a bonus
I do
action
have-
anyway.
Yeah, it is bonus action, and so I couldn't really do it anyway. So it's just a normal movement.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Does an 11 hit you?
Thankfully, it doesn't.
Okay, so as you go to move back, as he's just kind of standing there, and he's leaning back almost in this relaxed position. And as you move back, the spear just kind of snaps out towards you and just kind of right across your cheek. As it's just his arm that moved. Everything else is kind of in this leaned back, relaxed position as he kind of almost flops over to the side.
Interesting.
Ferentis, that'll bring us up to you.
Okay. I don't like this guy. The wolf is still alive, though, right?
Yep.
It is
Two
hurt
wolves,
me.
right?
But he's not attacking.
There's a,
The guy came in.
there's a wolf right here too.
That one's dead.
No, the one with the broken tooth.
No, he's back in the hole. He never
Yeah,
came
he-
out again.
He didn't come in.
This wolf is dead.
Oh, I thought the one with the broken tooth was like right here still.
No.
I didn't know
Nope.
it ran away.
Ah, dude, he scared of me. I
Okay.
freaking broke his tooth with a shield.
So we just got one. Got it.
I think what I'm going to do here, because I hate the wolf, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark on our new friend, okay? Spear Boy.
Okay.
But I'm going to shoot my bow at the wolf. I'm going to save my Hunter's Mark for when I go to shoot this dickwad later. So it's just on him. I'm still poisoned, so it's a disadvantage.
I'm going to throw a net on there to indicate your hunter's mark.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, here we go. Disadvantage. Does a 9 hit him? Thanks to disadvantage.
You're trying to hit the wolf?
The wolf, yes. Sorry, I assumed the gender of the wolf. Does a 9 hit the wolf?
No, it does not.
Okay. Then that is going to be it for me then. But I'm prepped for future.
Okay.
Stupid disadvantage.
So you see Ferentis look, and he kind of Babe Ruth marks the man who just entered. Just kind of points at him and nods, gives him the kind of the nod.
Yeah.
And then you fire your bow at the wolf, and it kind of, you're bloodied, right? And you kind of, as you bring your arm back, it hitches. You feel it kind of scrape against bone, and you're like, "Ah!" And you kind of grunt as you release, and it just goes over, skitters off the wall.
Okay.
All right. Borland Iron Spice.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2.
I really wish I wasn't drunk right now.
Maybe you shouldn't have taken a sip.
Well, if someone hadn't thrown 2 gold at the bar, you even got fancy stuff.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You just tipped him 309%.
If you move diagonally, is that just 5 feet, or does that count as 10?
No, if you move diagonally, it's just 5 feet.
Okay, so 5,
Hell
10.
yeah.
I want to end up right here, if that's
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No. I want to end up here. No, I do want to end up there. Everyone can get attacked by the wolf still. It doesn't bother me.
So Borland kind of
Aw,
he's a
bless you.
dwarf, right? So
Right.
the table is just a little below chest height on him. And so he like clambers up on, and as he heavy boot stomps across, you can kind of hear the boards.
Excellent. Can I do
There's some
a
gum that falls off the bottom.
perception?
What are you trying to look at?
I would like to look at his throat more closely as I approach.
Because it's something that you're already aware of, that you're just trying to get
really
more
matter.
information on, I'm going to give it to you as a bonus action. Also, you guys have rolled like dog shit.
Okay,
Whatever do you mean?
So as a bonus action, that doesn't cost me anything, right? Or does it?
It uses your bonus action.
Oh, okay. Which I don't really have that many bonus actions. So then would I do perception for that? Or sorry.
You can either do perception or investigation. Perception is going to be using your senses. You know it's there. You're just trying to get a better look at it. I would probably say investigation.
Okay, let's do investigation. And then I just click right here. Oh, what do I click to roll for the investigation?
You would click the investigation ability, the little plus whatever next to it.
Oh, here we go. Oh my. Okay, 8.
8. You already know it's there. You can see that it's some kind of collar. And it looks vaguely like a torque. For those of you who don't know what a torque is, it's a ornamental piece of jewelry that was used like in the Viking era. And it was like a mostly completed circle, usually ornate. This one appears to be very ornate, and to a dwarf, pretty easy to tell what type of metals. It's silver.
Excellent.
And it's kind of, you see black veins kind of around it. There's something on it. You just can't tell what it is.
Okay. I would like to attack him in the throat. Right on that. With my flail.
Okay.
What do I roll for seeing to attack him?
So to attack him, you would roll whatever the plus is next to your flail on the like actions. It should say flail, and then it'll say
plus 5 for me. Okay, so I'll do.
Let me tell you what the DC is, right?
Okay.
Because you're calling your shot. Okay. So you're picking a specific part of your body, which is totally a thing. You can do that. Okay. It is going to make the AC higher.
Okay.
So his AC is 15. You have to hit a 15 or above.
Okay. And then what's the default like throw for that? So like let's say that it didn't have the plus 5. What's the default die for that?
Everything
for a
with an attack is a D20.
D20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I could get a potential D25 if I rolled a nat 20.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Yes, I will stick with that. I feel confident. Everyone's bad rolls have been going, and I'm going to have a good roll now.
You have a greater than 0 chance. Maybe not with the way people are rolling tonight.
I rolled a solid 7.
Okay. You go and you swing, and your foot kind of catches off the side of the table. You're able to get your placement, and you don't fall off the table, but you just swing wide. And he just kind of... It's almost like he's held up by puppet strings.
Okay.
The way he just kind of flows backward away from you to an unnatural degree before he then kind of pops back up into place. His eyes still kind of rolling around his head.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna hang out right there.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay, cool.
Actually, well, if I move at all, like if I were to like jump off the table, would that give him an opportunity to attack me?
Only if you disengage. Only if you move away from his attack radius.
Okay, I'm moving there. Does that work? I just hopped
Yes.
down because I missed so poorly. I was like, man, I got to get off this table.
Okay.
I suck.
And as you land, the dirt kind of poof up around you, and you guys kind of feel, because he's a dwarf, like he's a naturally heavy,
Oh yeah.
right? And so
Yeah.
you kind of feel that little quake in the ground as he lands. Boof. Plus he's heavily armored.
Yes.
Okay. The wolf is going to turn and attack this guy. Okay. So he attacks that guy and just the guy is sitting down, right? Because it's all been within 6 seconds, right? So at a total, it hasn't even been a minute yet, right? Just enough time for him to start to throw himself back and move, and that's where the wolf lunges, grabs him by the throat, and tears it out.
Glad it's not one of us.
The man is dead, and you see some of the wounds on the wolf start to heal.
We got to start rolling good, guys. Let's get this, okay?
That'll bring us to Rothnito. It is your turn, sir.
So he's held up by a staff, you said? And then he's got something on his neck. That's what we know. Like, but he's kind of perched on a staff, or it's been kind of guiding him like a pivot point almost.
No, it's just the way that he moves is very unnatural. His body is completely relaxed until he's going into an attack. Have you ever seen Stardust?
Yes, many times.
You know at the end where I think it's Seven who's he's dead and he's fighting, and she's using the puppet and he's kind of moving in that kind of unnatural way.
Yeah, like he's just a corpse and someone's just puppeteering
almost like that.
Puppet.
Yeah,
almost like that, but he's breathing.
I don't like.
And his eyes are rolling and his teeth are bared.
Okay, so I'm the furthest away from everyone, so I probably can't hear what they were saying about the neck and stuff, but I saw him at least attempt to go for it, or what I saw was him lunging towards him. But he has that staff too, right? In his hand.
It's a spear.
Yeah.
Or a spear. Oh, it's a spear,
Yep.
That's right. And he stabbed me with it. Can I cast well, does my character know about the thing on his neck?
Yarick
at this
yelled
point?
it out.
So
Yarick yelled it out.
And so even though I'm on the other side of the table and there's a wolf and all that,
Yarick was on the same side as you.
Okay.
Yarick was right beside you when he said that.
Okay. Well then can I use chromatic orb as a thunder damage to try and vibrate sound pressure the thing around his neck, so if there's a weak point or joint in it, it could potentially break?
Yes.
I
am all for that.
That's cool.
However, some things to be aware of. When you make a ranged spell attack and somebody is within 5 feet of you, you have disadvantage.
Okay.
So you can back up. He has already used his reaction.
Okay. So I'm okay with that. And how far am I able to move?
Your
says that
movement.
probably so.
Yeah.
Where is movement?
It's right above your armor class.
Oh, 30 feet. Okay, so and these are 5, so I can move 6 squares.
Yep.
Yep.
Dude, that was some fast math. I'm so proud of you.
Is it possible that I can roll to this side of the table right here? So I'm just kind of here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll start by doing that. Like I see the wolf jump here on this guy. So I'm as that's happening, I'm gonna roll diagonally across the tables to here. And then when I land, I would like to cast chromatic orb on his neck.
Okay.
As thunder.
Go ahead.
And can I do it at a level 2? Because
Yes.
level 1 is 3 dB8, level 2 is 4 dB8. Will that matter at all for this? Can you tell me anything about that, or is it I just fuck around and find out?
It's more damage, right?
Okay.
So
yeah, let's do more. I want to do the biggest thundering sonic boom around his neck possible, focused on the metal.
Okay.
So
Now,
then do I click the +4 level 2?
yes, but you are at disadvantage.
I mean, I want to try it. Yeah, because of the drink and the poison.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to try it anyways. So then I click one of my level 2 spell slots, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why
won't it let me click that? Okay. Well, I'll
when
roll this
you
twice.
cast it, it should actually just fill that slot in for you instead of you having to manually click the slot.
Oh, 18 and a 20. Let's go.
This is the moment.
That will hit. That will hit. Roll your damage.
Which one do I hit for damage?
So that's the one directly right.
Right,
It
the
should be like
48.
the 48.
The 48. Okay. So that is 11.
Let's go, brother.
A 1, a 4, a 2, and a 4.
Woof. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Get it?
Yes! Yeah.
Nice,
I got a
Russ.
1 and a 2 in there.
That's fine. That's great.
So you see, as you roll off, right, and you kind of flip off the table, and then you go into a crouch. You kind of move your hands in these big circles as you gather up your hands up before you, and then you push it out, and this crackling orb of purple. It's almost invisible, right? It's on that ultraviolet spectrum, and really, what makes it visible is the quavering air around it as it rockets at this spear holder, and it goes and it travels and it hits his neck. And you see as it kind of almost pauses there for a second, quaking against his skin, you see his skin cracking and breaking away from where it's hitting, exposing the hair getting almost like it almost like singes away from the friction that's created by this orb. And it catches on this torque, which now you can see has these runes across it. And it vibrates, that skin blackens, ruptures, splitting. As the torque itself begins to vibrate, violently shaking, and his whole body, it's like he starts to have these tremors. And then it shatters.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else for you, sir?
It did not. Okay. I just want to make sure it counted, and it did not. I don't think it took the action or whatever.
Oh, like the spell slot?
Yeah, the spell slot is still unchecked on my end.
Well, I
I
guess
can just make a note of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I probably did something wrong.
You're logged in to D&D Beyond right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you press the cast? Yeah, because that's what rolled the die. Yeah, I don't know.
I went to spells
Technology.
and scrolled down to second level and then clicked it from the +4 and then the 48.
Oh, press cast then. That should fill the spell slot for you.
It's not doing anything.
Okay. Well, just
It
make a
does
note,
the
I guess.
finger thing. Yeah.
I like finger things.
Yeah, like the... That's weird. I don't know. I just rolled that again. Oh, I rolled a 20 that time.
Don't waste the good ones.
Okay. I know. Oh, well.
Nah, he's free now.
Anything
They're all
else for
good
you?
ones.
No. So I used my movement and then I used the level 2 spell. So is that... Do I still have a bonus action or is that everything?
You have a bonus action. I just don't know what you can use for it off the top of my head.
So and then as far as my bonus action goes, Eleonora still has to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can
And
jump. You can do dragons. Well, you can't do dragon's breath.
But she's the next person to go, and she's 15
Correct.
feet away from me. I'm going to, that'll be my turn.
Okay.
I guess, I mean, I can do something, right? So.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what you could do.
You can only do jump. You can't do dragon's breath because you can't cast 2 spells in a turn.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I'm done. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Eleonora, it is your turn.
Okay.
Take it away.
Well, I'm
As
intrigued.
you
Go ahead.
real quick, as it hits on your turn, right? This is the first 6 seconds since this guy walked in the door. And as you look at him, there is something familiar.
Okay.
Dad. Everyone's your dad.
I know. No, the other guy wasn't. I bet he was like.
He might be.
That's true.
I mean, at this point, who's not your dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to talk to your
So-
mom. Mamma mia.
Well, I don't want to.
There's still a live wolf over there.
Right, but I should attack the wolf, but I'm also wanting to engage with him because.
No, do what you
weird.
feels right.
Can I? I don't know. I want to know who this guy is, so I want to ask him or talk to him and see what he wants. I guess.
Okay. What do you say to him? What do you want to say to him? What do you want to convey? I mean, just.
Papa?
Huh?
Papa?
Yeah, who he is, because if there's something familiar between the two of us, does he well, obviously, because he told me to run. Yeah, I want to ask who he is. I guess.
Okay. So as things kind of quiet down, you turn to look at him. and there's almost this, your eyes kind of tear up. You're not sure why, but you can feel it. You can feel that burning in your eyes, right? That burning right before tears as you look at him. And it's just kind of that, it's mumbled, it's quiet, that, Papa? And as you do, he turns to you. He's still that blackened scar, that burned flesh kind of cascading up under his chin, through his beard, but that he doesn't really seem to notice or really seem to care about. But he turns to you, his eyes no longer kind of rolling in his head, they settle on you. And he reaches out a hand and he goes, Eleonora, you have to run. He wants you. He needs you. You are. And his muscles tense, and you see as he tenses his muscles and he kind of pulls in on himself, he's getting bigger.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
And you kind of see that fur starting to thicken.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
And he kind of, oh, you must flee. And his body is then, he kind of throws his arms out, and his body is thrown back against the walls of this inn. And he kind of starts to climb them as he's backwards, as his bones snap and break and rearrange themselves. Fur thickening, jaws elongating. And you see as his eyes turn red, the saliva starts to drip from his mouth as he kind of scratches and rips the rest of the skin off as that fur blooms on him. And then he crawls towards the hole that's been made in the wall, almost spider-like, insectoid, that quick jittering movement as he leaves, and then you just hear this and the wolf turns and lopes out the hole as well. Silence.
What the fuck?
Can I yell at the wolf as he runs away?
Don't bring it back!
Yeah, absolutely.
Get out of here, you suck!
Quick,
I was
someone
about to
fire.
kill you.
Shoot a firework.
Yeah, come, dare you to come back. I'll freaking
No
I'll
balls.
destroy you.
I'm just like standing there with my two daggers, just slack-jawed. What just happened?
Eleonora, I didn't know you had two dads.
I'm just dumbfounded. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm just staring at the hole like the same thing, just like, what the hell just happened?
Are we out of combat?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cure wounds myself real quick. Cause I hurt real bad.
The rest of the people, like the lady that was at the table with the guy that got killed, is like weeping over his body. There was a woman who was kind of serving drinks. She was a little bit older. She's behind the bar now, kind of gathering up scraps of the barkeep and like holding them to her chest, weeping. And it's really just hunks of flesh and meat, some hair.
We're gonna get kicked out of here.
Now, did it Did it happen so fast that the friction of it kind of like cooked him a little bit?
Who? The bark?
Yeah.
You're on the ground bleeding. Shut up.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, a little bit. Like, there are obviously, like, friction burn marks.
Ugh. So it smells great in here right now.
It kind of smells like
Ugh.
pork fat and grease. And blood and iron.
So there's like a bigger hole in the wall here because it collapsed, right? In this corner. I'm gonna, as it's worked before, I'm just gonna kind of go over there and look out and see. I've got dark vision for decent. What do I got? 60 feet. Do I see any of the movement? Is there anything like still circling, or does it look just quiet and dead out there?
You see, the sounds are gone.
Okay.
Those kinds of howlings, those growls, the eyes. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah, up to 60 feet.
Okay. So you kind of you can see out there in the gloom, and it's just these, and these trees are massive, just huge. The underbrush is thick. And you kind of hear the wind. Again, you can kind of off a few miles away, you can see snow falling, which is strange because it's warm here.
Yeah.
The full moon still hanging in the sky. Even you would think clouds are passing behind it.
Oh, good.
Not in front of it.
Good.
And you see out in the distance, you can see this kind of faintly emerald glowing, again, that kind of stampede coursing horsemen that are flying through the sky. And you can see actually one of them detaching from the rest. And he is starting to descend towards the hill.
The hill in front of us, or the hill that we're on?
Or in?
The hill that you're in.
The hill that we're. Oh yeah, that we're in. You're right. The inn is in a hill.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, one of the sky dudes is coming down.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like they were hunting these guys, but like I don't know. So let's set up just in case. Do you want to like move some tables and stuff in front of this big ass hole?
Can I mental hole? How big
So I
is
have a
this
question.
hole?
So if I don't have a spell that says cure or heal or anything like that, there's nothing that I can do about my hit points until we actually do like a long rest, right?
Or unless somebody else heals you.
Right.
Okay. And then he stabbed me in the chest. Can I like look around and see if there's anything to like wrap around my abdomen to kind of like tie that shut?
Yeah, I mean the
Like
the
a
guy who's
tablecloth?
dead, covered in fabric.
Yeah, can I
tablecloths?
Oh yeah, but like I don't know, fucking curtains, flags.
There's not a lot of just like loose cloth in here.
Yeah, I'm fine using my dagger and just grabbing like the largest strip of fabric I can off the guy and just cutting it off his dead body and tying it around my abdomen.
Sure, you will have to move the weeping lady that is cradling his body at the moment.
Oh, I think I
You absolutely can.
I think I have something for that.
Yeah. I'd like to guess console weeping lady.
As you're doing that, one of the other men come up and they kind of put their hand on him, on the lady who's weeping over his dead body. And and they go, "You know we have to burn him. We cannot allow him to change."
Oh, damn.
Change? Into
Oh,
what?
Change.
To a werewolf.
do I overhear
I was
this
asking the guy.
as I'm walking?
Yeah, you overhear this, and
As I'm walking up with like my dagger out, because I'm guessing like I pull out my dagger to cut the thing off of him, and I see this guy walk up, and I hear him say this right as I'm walking over.
Yes.
Can I stop and offer to use shocking grasp to set him on fire to burn the body in exchange for his clothing to wrap around my torso?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Like I walk up with the dagger and I hear that, and I just want to kind of put it away and be like, "Allow me to aid you, if I may ask one small favor."
Can you? I want you. I want you to tell me exactly what you say to these people.
Yes.
please.
Okay. So I'm walking up, and I like have my dagger out,
Lady.
and I have zero fucking concern for this crying lady. Like my intention is to just slightly put my arm on her and push her aside, and then start cutting the fabric off. And like, so I'm walking up with this in my mind. And I see this guy walk up out of the corner of my eye, and I slightly drop the dagger a little bit. Like it's still in my hand, but just more to like hide it a little bit so it's less obvious. Because now I'm taking notice that there's two people here, and that's more work than what I want. I'm bleeding out my abdomen, you know, like so. So I walk, and I'm like trying to figure out the situation, right? Because I act with intent. And I hear him say, "We have to burn the body," and I quickly flip my dagger and like just sheath it. They didn't like. I'm hoping, if you're okay with it, that they didn't see it because I kind of moved my arm down, and I say, and I just walk up and I'm like, "May I be of service of burning the body for a small favor?" You see. I would like to cover this, and I point to my abdomen where like a spear had just been stabbed in and then ripped out. So like the wound is kind of coming out a little bit, you know, and I'm like bleeding, but I'm like kind of, you know, I'm dirty too. So it's like mud and blood and stuff like that. But I'm like, you know, not like in a panic, but more like like for a small favor.
Yes. So the lady weeping over her husband kind of, she looks at her husband like so his head is in her lap.
Yeah.
She is covered in his blood. And she's weeping quiet tears, right? You kind of get the sense that, I mean, this kind of death maybe not out of the norm for them. But it is very sad.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I have no emotional investment in it. It's sad for them, though. Yeah.
No, she is very sad. You're right.
Yeah,
you
I just
feel nothing
for sadness. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them.
You have a cold, dead stone heart. But they
an
are
earth heart. It's
right. Yeah.
Dirt and stone.
So she's weeping, and I mean tears kind of crusting through the blood on her cheeks. And her hair kind of hanging down, and as you ask her this, she looks up at you and she goes, "What?"
Ma'am.
Wait.
No one wants to burn their own loved one. Let us do this for you. And I just kind of grab it by the ankle and try to start walking away with it.
So the man next to her looks at you.
What the fuck?
And kind of raises an eyebrow and like kind of pushes, like grabs her by the shoulder and kind of like steps in front of her and is like, he looks behind him as he's kind of facing towards you and he goes, "I think we should let them handle this." free to drag this body away and burn it. I guess.
I want to stop before he says proceed, and I'm like, how bad should I burn the body?
He covers her ears and like presses her against like his thigh, right? Like he's trying to, but it's a very non-creepy way. It's like trying to earmuffs.
Yeah.
Oh, we've gone past creepy already.
To Ash if you can.
To Ash.
You're a hard individual. You will
We
do
call
well in
that
these
the
parts.
full K surprise. Full K was the last city that we were in.
He goes, I have no idea what full K is. But,
You're gonna learn.
Follow us.
I don't know that.
Yeah, and as soon as he says "Fouquet surprise," I just start inching my way in the opposite direction.
You can help me move some tables.
So I would like to.
I'm going to help Francis set up the barricade.
If you're okay with it. So there is a hole. If I understand this, there's a hole right here, and a dead wolf and a hole right here with a tooth. Right?
Have anybody picked up this tooth? Or is it just laying on the ground?
It's laying
There
on the
is a
ground right
tooth.
now.
So
There's a
this
tooth
dude's
and a
right
dead
here,
wolf.
right? And
The
so I would
hole-
be.
The hole is right here. The bigger hole. There is a
Okay.
hole over here, but it's like the size of a person's head.
Okay, and this is where the dude came through. Yeah.
You
And
could
this dude- here's the
conceivably
dead-
force a body through that hole.
And this guy's
Uh,
gone, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Daddy's
I
gone.
think we should discuss if we should stay or if we should go, because we got a
I-
clear warning that we should run from
Well,
Eleanor's
yeah.
dad.
But see,
Right
here's
now,
the thing,
there's a
like,
guy
I'm
flying
very-
out of the sky at us.
I'm very focused on getting my abdomen tied up. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because this is all
Take
happening.
his
pretty quick.
shirt.
So,
Okay.
So I
He's
asked
doing his
him-
own thing.
I
If
figure
we-
I'm here because I have him by the ankle right here, right?
Yeah.
And the hole is right here. So I just want to take my dagger back out, and I just want to do one clean swipe from like his ankle all the way up to his neck, like pull him this way or move my body that way, so his clothes can easily be removed. So I'm not trying to like pull his pants down or his robe or whatever. I just want to like
Yeah, you're being
like
ethical.
pop
about
out my blade and do like a cardboard box opening, like movement along his body.
Sure. You're doing this in the inn?
Right, dude, I am just like
Right on the
because
table.
the guy seems like it's okay. He's like burned it to crisp. I just want to take him and like treat him like a fish, like just and not cut him, but just his clothes are just off. So he's just a naked man in my hopefully holding his ankle.
Cool.
Okay.
Also,
I don't think it
let's
is cool.
pause for a second here.
I don't think it's cool.
Furentus,
Yes.
in the back of your head,
Oh,
you still have Hunter's Mark up.
I do. On
So
the
there's
guy.
this
Yeah, Daddy.
knowledge, this pressure on your mind that shifts
big brain.
and moves, and it's moving very, very quickly away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So he's gone. I guess after he's done burning this guy. If he's
I
going
haven't
outside.
burned him yet. I
haven't-
didn't get to that part.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
talked
yeah,
about his
If
clothes.
you want to burn him in the
You-
middle of the floor or outside, make a decision because there's a guy coming out of the sky and we needed to board up this hole in the wall.
Yeah, the idea was to take the body and throw him into the hole, and as I'm letting go of him, do the
blast him.
touch to burn him.
So you think you can potentially maybe burn a body with shocking grasp. However,
Mhm.
it would be a sustained use of this over possibly several minutes, especially to burn it to ash.
Could I use like Dragon's Breath or like Chromatic Orb? And
Dragon's Breath would probably work better, or Chromatic Orb would work. one of those like taser lighters?
Yeah, no. I'd much rather do like orb or dragon's or touch someone to do dragon's breath.
Sure. So with dragon's breath, you would of course catch his body on fire. To burn a body, you would need some kind of sustained burn over time, and it's
We
going to
just throw him
take.
in the fireplace.
Yeah, then that's that. If that's the case, then there's a fireplace right here. Like I would be fine just tossing him in the fireplace and then
Throw some more wood on
throwing
Oh,
and then throwing chromatic orb at the fireplace right behind his body to just like poof it up like a little bit more intensely.
So
Have fun with that one, Russ.
you you need a significantly hot fire. So like you could start a fire with dragon's breath. You can use chromatic orb. You really need a really hot fire over a sustained period of time to burn a body, because I don't know if you know this, but a body is like 90% liquid.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So once it burns hot and it burns quick. But you gotta,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Okay.
you gotta work on it a little bit before you get it to the point to where it's like it's on fire. It's like you're trying to think of burning a cow to cinders.
Been
That's
there,
a
done
lot
that.
of meat. That's a lot of muscle. It's gonna take a long time.
I got a question. Could I possibly, since we're staying, that's what the consensus is that I'm feeling. Could I possibly start skinning the wolf? That's the dead wolf.
Absolutely.
Okay. I would like to skin the dead wolf and like chop its teeth for Eleanor to use in spells if she would like.
Sure.
Okay.
And
Okay,
again,
so,
I want to move tables in front of the hole.
So I just have a naked man in my hands. Is that what we're leaving?
Yeah,
behind?
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So let's go back to that for a second.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
I
Can we
can't-
please?
I can't light him on fire where we are. So I just this is is this acceptable? I would like to. Where's the door on this inn?
Pause for a second for me. Okay.
Okay.
Gladly.
You're getting way ahead of me. There's some stuff that's gonna happen because you're holding a naked dead man by the ankles.
In and in.
Okay.
Smacking him in front of the people that loved him.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some stuff here. There's some things we need to unpack. First of all, you're doing this. Okay. You skin the wolf. Yes, you are able to skin the wolf readily. Go ahead and give me a nature check for the teeth. You're used to skinning. You're accustomed to that, especially if Ferentis wanted to help you. That's easily accomplished enough. The teeth, a little bit different. Ferentis,
Yeah.
you are moving just tables, or you're trying to nail it in place, or
No, just mostly just leaning anything I can to at least
Sure,
create some sort of barricade, so that there might be a moment where we have to talk to this guy before he gets here.
Sure.
Yeah. Or at least make it difficult
need
for him
to-
to get in for a second.
What do you
Whoever
need me
he
to roll
is.
for you?
So, and then I need a nature check from Eggman for.
Oh, of course. On this one, I roll high. I got 18.
Let's go, baby.
Awesome.
If only I could have got that when I put my flail to the dude's neck, you know?
Yeah.
Teeth
Well,
are
you did.
super easy. You get the teeth, no problem. You are just stacking stuff up in front of the door. Yes, of the hole, I should say.
Oh, he pulled that out for you.
And then okay, so now we are back at Rothnito. Naked man by the ankle, blood draining out of him onto the floor. And the
How big is the hole? How big is the hole by me?
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Still.
We got 8 steps before we get there, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, so the man who has now grabbed the woman and is like holding her head against his chest to hide what is happening to her dead husband,
Mm-hmm.
goes, dude, what is wrong with you? Take it outside. Do something. Why are you're traumatizing this poor woman? She'll never recover. I mean, we see a lot of hard things. I get it. You burn the body, but don't do it in front of the poor woman. What is wrong with you?
So I immediately drop the dead naked man. I reach down like I'm about to do something like of common sense.
Sure.
And instead I pick up the clothing that I had slit off of his
No.
body and I tie it around my midsection, and then I just want to pick him back up by the ankles. And not like necessarily say anything. How big is the hole by me?
I mean, it's like, it's bigger than a man.
Okay. And someone's trying to board it up, right?
Yeah.
Are you at the little hole or the big hole?
The big hole.
Oh, the big hole. Okay. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
the
I'm
big
boarding up
hole?
the big
Didn't
hole.
one of you didn't one of you say that you're trying to board it up?
Correct.
Yeah. So like before he tries to board it up, can I throw the body out into the hole?
For it to you would have to answer that question.
Oh yeah, no, get it out of here. Gross.
Okay, so you are able to give me a strength check at disadvantage
Well, I
because
would.
you're still poisoned.
I would be helping him get it out of the way because
Oh,
I'm trying
okay,
to board
okay,
stuff.
okay. Then
No,
you
let
guys.
him do it. See
No,
what
I'm
happens.
100%. Get this naked body out. Like,
He's just kind of.
because like I'm moving a table and suddenly I turn. There's just a naked dead guy right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have an intention, like like my actions have a point. So is that acceptable so far? That like as he's going to board it up, I tie that shit around me. I hear what the man is saying. I pick him back up by the ankles, and we just kind of look at each other. And he grabs the other ankle, and we just drag him and throw him out the hole. And then he starts putting the stuff up for the hole, right? Gathering the tables and stuff. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Okay, then can I walk back over to the widow in this moment, or do I need to wait for a turn just to say something, and then I am done with my intentions?
Yeah, I mean, you can try to say something to her, yeah.
Or the man, even if the man, which one would, if I walked over there, which one would be looking at
I
me?
don't think either of them
The
wanna
man,
talk to you.
because
The man,
the guy is like shielding her from you.
yeah.
Like,
So I just want to say, today's problems today, tomorrow's problems tomorrow, and point at the hole that we threw the body in.
Oh no.
And then walked back to help him board up the hole.
the guy just looks at you.
Dude, that's like
I love you so much.
He looks at you, and then he kind of like looks at everybody else who is now looking at you.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?"
yeah, that's acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
That is what
okay. Okay. So at least
God.
the wolf body is outside.
Yeah. As you guys are boarding up this hole, you guys are kind of throwing things in front of it. You're trying to brace it. Give me a. Ooh. What? Let's see. Who's doing the manual labor?
Me.
Okay, Ferentis, give me a.
It's gonna be a 6.
An athletics.
I can do that
with disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Well, see, here's my question, right?
Yeah.
I had half my face ripped off. It's very traumatic. Do you think that would
You're
sober
actually
me
fair.
up?
And actually, you used Cure Wounds on yourself.
I did, so that would have cleared that, right?
You know what? I think enough has passed that yes, we can say that you are sober.
Awesome.
You are.
I am sober. Yeah. I feel my fingers again. 18.
Okay, who is doing the design of the barricade?
Just
I'll be doing it.
Bench here. Thank you, Yarek.
Okay. Give me an intelligence roll. Let me know which one you're using.
Okay. Let's see.
They don't have an engineering check, so
No, they don't. That's the tricky part. I'm not sure which one would actually apply. Maybe just investigation to find suitable.
I think that'll work.
Components?
Yeah.
Yeah. That, good sir, is a 14.
Okay, 14. Okay. You guys construct. There is a lot of wood here. It kind of looks like. Has anybody ever seen Les Mis?
Yeah.
And
Probably.
it's just a bunch of junk thrown in, but it looks like it's sturdy enough,
Yeah.
right? It like you look at it from the outside and you're like, that's a chair, like, but it is somehow holding steady and has created this sturdy enough barricade. There is a lot of stuff in the way.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
As you guys complete it, you hear at the door.
Is that knocking? It's not coming through.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. That you hear a knocking at the door.
Knock, 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 knock.
I'll look around the room real quick to see if any like the regular people here move towards the door. If not, then I'll head over there.
Nobody's moving.
Okay. And the door.
You do notice, though, that from the wood, you kind of, at first you're like, you kind of do that double take because there's this kind of green vine that begins to grow up and then buds into a flower.
The wood of the door or the barricade?
The wood of the barricade.
The wood of the barricade. Okay, and a flower comes up.
And as you notice that one, you notice another, and then another.
I'm gonna walk away
another
from the barricade.
They're these faint purple flowers, kind of this lilac tint.
Can I look and inspect it and see if I know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a nature check.
Okay, so just click the button.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 12.
Okay. You are a druid. You're very well acquainted with nature. The DC is lower for you on these kinds of checks than it would be for anybody else. So a 12 is acceptable enough. It's wolfsbane.
Okay. So I know that it's obviously not poison to any of us. But it would be a good thing to have if we're going to encounter where, I think.
Yarick, actually, now that you see it, there was a taste. And Ferentis, you're kind of picking up on this too. There was a taste in the mead. You were looking for it. You were trying to identify what it was.
The extra.
And it's wolfsbane. That's what you were tasting in the mead.
Huh. Would I know if that would cause the, like, if wolfsbane would do any of the, like, not the poisoning, but that kind of effect? Or would it be like, if not that, I would assume it's just some sort of magic thing, but.
Yeah, as you kind of think back and things start to click, you realize, oh, man. Yeah, that would explain, because it does cause that mild numbness. Too much of it can be poisonous.
Okay.
So it would explain why it hit you quite so heavily.
That makes sense. Is it just a couple buds, or is it still like more and more coming through?
Oh, more and more. And now it's just covered in wolfsbane flowers. And you hear that knock again.
I'm going to go check the door here, guys.
Can I grab him before he makes it to the door?
Yeah, I wouldn't fight you off, so yeah.
Like, can I just grab him by his shoulder? Like, because we know each other, right?
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
know that he's like a gullible, like trusting person. And like, can
Let's
I
not
just
throw
see
the
him
G
start
word
to walk
around.
over and just reach my arm and stop him because we're by the wall together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would like to do that. I'd like to just, I wouldn't necessarily say anything. I just want to grab his shoulder. Yeah. Because I would think
what's
that
up?
he'd just know by that. Yeah.
Okay, so you stop him.
Yep.
What's up?
And does anyone want to react or do anything
I'm just asking
or
you.
intervene or say anything when
Yeah.
he turns around?
Why'd you stop me? What's up? Nothing.
Yeah, why'd you stop?
Why'd you stop? Why'd you stop me?
Maybe
What's up?
don't answer it.
Well, I feel like we gotta at least ask who's there, right? Like whoever it is knows people are in here.
Maybe don't open it.
I'm not gonna open it.
Okay.
And as you let go, unless he makes a good case, then I'll skip over to the door.
Yeah.
Where's the door? I don't see a door anywhere on here.
So then I just where's the door?
We're trapped.
Yeah, no, there is no door.
Oh no!
The door is right here.
Okay, cool.
There was no door in this map.
Got you.
This map is actually for a barrow, but it fit well with what I
looks
wanted.
Great,
so, yeah. So the door is right here.
Who goes there?
And then this is us, and this is us, and this is us, right?
Right as you're about to say that, right, there's enough of a delay that now the knock is a little more forceful. It's not louder.
Okay.
It's not harder, but there's this vibration to it. As he knocks, this kind of...
Who's there? Friend, foe?
You hear a voice from the other side. The door. Let me in, little pig.
I called you a little pig.
That's not my name, though.
An epithet joke.
Oh.
Please, you could open the door.
What, like...
The Lord of the Hunt wishes entry.
Lord of... So what is the hunt? So I understand. You got to understand, shit got real in here for a second.
Yes, I can smell the blood of the Koshe coating the area. His magics are at work.
The Koshe. I'm going to write that down. Sachet. What's the hunt?
Sachet. The hunt is what you see. We hunt the monsters and the creatures of the dark.
Oh, the Koshe was the money that we have, the 800 or 799 gold pieces and then one in a pocket. That's the Koshe currency that we have, the blood of the Koshe.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Look at you go.
Coming in with information.
I don't know that. How long has this hunt thing been going on?
The hunt is eternal.
Oh, what causes you guys to do this? Do you like sign up for it, or is this like a I died and doomed to do this for eternity kind of thing?
Can I just walk over? Can I like see this interaction and just slowly walk over behind him? Is that acceptable?
Look, if we are going to have this conversation, please open the door.
Well, see,
I would like to sit and drink.
Okay. Well, here's a couple problems with that. One, I don't know if you're going to try and kill us. Two, the bartender died.
I can open this door, but I am allowing you to open it for me. Would you like me to enter of my own accord? Or would you like to extend guest rights and have yourself some protection?
Okay. Are you going to kill me? That's all I'm asking.
Perhaps if you annoy me further.
I'm not.
I mean, he brings up. I mean, I turn because Roth walks out. I'm like, he brings up a good point. I mean, guest rights is a thing, you know what I mean? And like, he did politely knock.
I would like to motion for Eleonora to come over with her poster of her dad.
I don't think she's not in the room right now.
She's coming anyways.
Okay.
Too much to handle.
Yeah.
No, I'm just there. Like, I'm just there in case you try to open the door. Like,
oh, okay.
So
well,
you turn and look at me and say that. And
I'm looking at you. I'm like, I mean, he brings a
just,
good point.
shrug.
Guest rights, you know, like he probably can break the door down.
Yeah, I just shrug and just watch you.
Okay.
I'm not really trying to intervene or make myself, I just want to be not on the other side of the room.
Okay.
In case you try and open the door.
Ferentis opens the door.
Okay. As you open the door, there is this scent of a summer breeze that wafts in.
That sounds nice.
The man standing before you is hugely tall. You cannot even see his head above the door frame. All you see is chest down. He is wrapped in leathers and furs. You see green knotwork tattooed across his bare chest, extending down into his arms. On his hip is a massive black horn, curled. A bow is on his back, arrows. He carries a spear in his hand, from which vines drip and grow, and as they fall into the ground, they kind of wither, they die, as they continue to grow and bloom from his spear.
Is it wolfsbane blooming on his spear?
Some.
Okay.
Some.
And there's other things kind of mixed in
there are other various flowers. In fact, you might recognize some of them. Some of them are mushrooms. Most of them are what you might use as a hunter to slow or poison game for hunting purposes.
Okay.
Yeah. As he dips his head down, you see this tanned, handsome face, a short brown, scraggy beard, long brown hair coming out from beneath this wolf fur cloak, and antlers that cascade from his head, either from the hood or his own head. It's hard to tell. Yes, go ahead.
As his head comes down, can I look at his neck to see if there's anything there? Like a collar with runes on it?
Sure. You absolutely do see a torque, one in copper.
One in copper, the other in silver. Ooh. What's the torque around your neck for?
It is a symbol of my authority.
Because, like, there was a dude in here that had one, but it was silver, and he tried to kill everyone.
Daddy?
The Wolf King.
Wolf King. Eleanor, your dad's the Wolf King.
He has been caged by the Koshe.
Oh, well, my boy Rothier just, like, blew the collar off of him. It was pretty cool. And he, like, grew a bunch of shit and was like, and crawled out of here like a spider. It was terrifying.
He is a changeling.
That makes sense.
Deep within the natural magics.
And as he's talking, he kind of bends in. He can't quite get his horns in the door. So
do you want some help? Like maybe turn your head a little. Pivot.
Please do not bother.
Okay.
And he shrinks
Not the funniest part in the whole movie.
down.
Larry takes off his mask and he says, "I am your father."
He shrinks down to a human size as he now walks into the door, the horns kind of shrinking in on his head.
Oh, like this is way not as... You could have done this at, like, the start. That would have been way less scary.
Have you ever tried to hold in your stomach for a prolonged period of time?
No, I guess not. Is it rough? Is it...
Or perhaps if you try to hold out, your arms straight and hold a weight for a prolonged period of time.
No, can't say I've done that one either. Is that one tough too?
Look, it doesn't matter.
Oh, then
Just
why are we
point me
talking?
towards the bar.
Okay. Well, the bar's over there. Bartender's dead. His grieving widow's there. She might have picked up a thing or two watching him. You could ask her.
I want to
That is
shut
okay.
the door. I want to shut the door behind this guy as he walks
Okay.
in, if that's okay.
The lady who, like, she looks up now from her husband barkeep, and she sees the Lord of the Hunt, and she hurriedly gets some bread and some milk and sets it on the table.
Oh, that's a good sign.
He and some salt. And he comes over, he sprinkles the salt over the bread, and then he dips the bread in the milk, and he takes a bite of it.
So do you, not to be cliche, but do you come here often?
It is on the edge of my roots. I come here as often as needed.
Oh, cool. What's the crazy light show in the distance?
Those are my lords of the hunt. We are a fey court. But this night, we hunt.
Okay.
His eyes, as you're having this conversation, you meet his eyes for like the first time underneath his hood. And they are a glowing green emerald. No pupil, no sclera, just that vivid green light shining out and over you. It almost warms you.
Makes me trust him a little more. Oh, Ethan, 1 second.
Can I
Bubba.
walk back over by Eleonora after I shut the door?
Yes.
What am I doing? Sorry.
Nothing. I'm just walking back over to where you
Your
are.
dad's king of the wolves.
Supposedly.
Well, that's what this nude guy just said.
But he's also a changeling.
But he's also, also a changeling.
So he
Oh, that's
could-
right, because my dad was the Spider-Man that went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amazing Spider-Man.
The amazing.
So what brings your hunt this way tonight? Is it just this part of your route?
The actor is 52 years old.
We hunt the Wolf King
They just made him
and his ilk.
You're a little late.
And the way
a 52-year-old eat the heart.
you did not see the rest of them.
So I was about to die.
Oh, was there a ton?
It's hard to be a king of nothing.
That was a pretty good way to answer that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Talk
pretty,
to Yertle.
That was pretty good. So what's next? You just checking in, like make sure we're alive and stuff, or?
I smelled the... I came to investigate, to make sure that his spirit did not walk these halls.
Well, the body was thrown outside, and then all those vines came in. Was that you guys?
I have a natural gift for the wilds. They tend to bloom around me.
Okay. So you took care of the body?
So he can't sense the money that's in two pockets of the people in the room right now.
You don't know.
Okay.
He has not indicated yay or nay on that.
Have either of them heard this? Like, would either of them be tipped off that, like, or make the connection when he says the whatever the crochet with the stuff that's in their pocket?
I wouldn't have.
No, you don't have any in your pocket.
Yeah.
Do you, as a player, suspect that he's talking about the money?
Well, I don't have it in my possession. You know.
I feel like he's talking about the money, but I think he's talking more so about the guy.
Okay.
And so I turn around and I say, "Are you talking about like the creepy guy that has the little like is that who you're talking about? Or is that what you're trying to hunt?"
I am not sure what...
The
Spider
valley.
Use my
Daddy.
charisma as a dwarf.
Is he trying to hunt Spider Daddy?
He's communicating.
No, he had really pale skin, and he had great magical power. He came in here trying to offer us a job. Something, I don't know, something about a crown.
Oh yeah, like enslaving the world.
What did he offer you?
Yeah, he offered us money to go get a crown or something, or to become part of his slave army.
He seeks the crown.
Yeah.
And he apparently was willing to pay very handsomely for it. At this point, I'm just going to set out the bag of the gold that Soren gave us and just kind of open it up to show him.
He recoils from it a little bit.
He goes, cursed blood magic. You would be better off to dispose of such things.
How come?
It carries his taint.
Oh.
Not the taint.
Oh.
Just a taint.
Sorry, I was real nervous.
I wanna take the coin out of my pocket and flip it at him, like to the table.
Oh.
But in my clumsiness, it kind of like skitters and almost hits him.
Ooh.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. 15. All right.
Okay. I wanted to see, if you were able to do it in the way that you wanted to. So are you trying to not hit him with it, but get it as close as possible?
Yeah, just kind of see what his reaction is, because he pulled away from the whole bag, and so I kind of wanted to play the fool and flick it at him, but not hit him with it, kind of see what he does as it's going towards him.
He kind of has an arm resting on the bar. Are you throwing it onto the bar and having it get as close to him as possible?
Yeah, like sliding on the bar towards him.
Yeah, like over his shoulder almost, because his arm's on the bar.
So if you're trying to get it to skitter across the bar, here's what happens. Right? Is that what you're trying to get it to?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Yeah. As you throw it, he slams a hand down on the bar, and it's almost like it turns to branches and roots. And the branches and roots reach up and catch the coin and then suck it onto the bar.
Ooh.
And then just leave it kind of quavering there.
And he goes, do not touch me with such things.
So
and
if we were to
he has now grown. He grows, and he is towering over already your diminutive form, and like over you as you're like craning to look up at him.
I meant no offense. You said dispose. I thought you wanted to dispose of him. I was just trying to give it to you. I apologize.
I would not touch it. Ever.
So, like, what's a good way to dispose of it?
Bury it. Throw it in your deepest parts of the ocean.
Oh, that's easy.
Throw it in a hole from which you do not know the depths of. Get it as far away from your person as you possibly can.
So, like, this guy really gave us the heebie-jeebies. The whole, like, enslaving the world thing, was kind of weird. So, like, if we're not going to work for him, obviously we didn't want to. We were going to talk about it, and then shit got weird. But, like, I don't know. Can we, like, leave? Is it safe? Like, what do we do?
He sniffs.
Listen, something beyond the gold that you carry. He has left his mark on one of you.
Oh. Can you tell who?
He sniffs you. And then he moves over to Yarrick. and then he moves. It's almost moving like a snake. The way his body kind of undulates.
When he gets over to Eleonora, can I cast what's the thing?
Firework.
No more fireworks, please.
That wouldn't piss him off.
Can I cast the sensation of smell and just add a little like really fragrant wolfsbane smell, like over whatever smell she would normally give off?
Sure.
Like just like with the kind of like flick of my hand as I see him approaching her.
Yeah. Well, first he comes to you.
Yeah.
Sniffs, and then he moves over to Borland. And then finally, Eleonora, and that's when you cast your spell. And as you cast your spell, he looks at you. He gives you that side eye. And he... and then he sniffs at Eleonora, and he goes,
You carry his taint within you.
That's not good.
Quite a taint to carry.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That's a heavy taint.
A big old taint.
That's a massive taint.
Oh my God.
You
Really wipes other taint out of the water.
So hot.
You smell.
I like taint.
You smell of the Wolf King as well. Who are you, little one?
I'm just. I'm very intimidated by him. Because there's a lot of information going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will find you. No matter where you run, he seeks you, for you are the only one who can destroy the crown.
Who's seeking me? My daddy?
The Koshe.
Well, that does answer one of the questions that I had.
Do you know how we could destroy the crown?
Only with the blood of his blood can the crown be destroyed.
Only the blood of his blood.
So, do I have to dive for
You-
this?
No,
Okay.
no. But your blood can undo his magics, for you carry his magic within your blood.
Eleanor, that is like so convenient.
What has he gotten himself into? I thought he died long ago.
How long has he been the Wolf King guy?
Who? Her father?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we are talking about two different people. Her father is the Wolf King.
Yeah. How long has he been the Wolf King?
He's talking about Zoran.
But his father, his father's father, his father's father's father, his father's father's father, on throughout the centuries, she is a descendant of the Koshe.
Okay.
Her father was pulled here to fulfill the prophecy, but tainted blood, corrupted blood, cannot undo what has been done. Only a pure heart.
Huh.
Well, I guess that rules most of us out then.
Yeah. Guys, I'm really glad I opened that door. This is a lot of information. So you're saying this crown thing.
Can I ask him, what do you know of Calavinor? Or Calaveor? Is that his name?
So hold on.
Okay.
Let Ferentis finish his thought, and then we'll
Oh,
come
okay.
back to
No.
Sorry.
You can cut me off from that. It wasn't a good thought.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
trying to make it up as I went with a
All
vague
your thoughts
idea.
are good.
Thanks, man.
So what were you saying?
Well,
Rockneedle?
because that Zoran told us he was cursed by Kalen Veor. Is that how it? The god of death?
Kellenvor. Yeah.
Kellenvor. So can I just say, what do you know of the curse of Kellenvor?
It is what keeps his body, his magic restrained to this place.
Whose magic?
The Koshe.
So the Koshe is Zoran.
What you saw before was a spirit walking among this earth. It is the only thing that he is allowed to do. He could not touch, could not interact. He is limited. His body restrained, frozen in time.
So how do we find this crown?
It rests upon his brow, his body, in his manse, in his castle. Grimthorn Manor.
And he was saying, like, he sent a lot of people to try to get this crown, and no one's come back.
It is a dangerous journey.
In the valley of Sciniparta.
A dangerous
I'm the only
place.
one that can destroy it.
And you're the only one that can destroy it. Yeah.
In the tongue of this people, it is the Valley of Darkness.
Well, I mean, Eleonora, it kind of like you're the only one that can destroy this crown thing. I guess it kind of falls to you whether that is something you wanna move forward with or not.
I have a feeling that I could just run.
Yeah,
And just never come back.
that's what Dad said.
But
That milk's looking kind of good.
He would hunt you until the ends of the earth,
exactly.
chasing you for your entire life and any children that you have. Look how far your father had to run.
I mean, the only thing I could think of would be that we'd have to almost do this.
Yeah. I mean, if this is something you think we need to do, or you need to do, I'm with you.
Well, if it'll end the curse and everything, let's at least have fun and die trying. I'm in.
Yeah, there's nothing to do in my hometown. I'm down.
Besides, the job is breaking into somewhere and stealing something valuable. Kind of what I do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Borland Roth?
I would like to grab Yarick on the shoulder and kind of like between him and I say, maybe toss the bag of gold behind in the corner. Maybe leave that behind.
oh, don't worry, we will get rid of it.
And
It's not
just,
here.
I just want to kind of wait. Like I just want to kind of like just stand there and like wait for like an action. Like not like just like get rid of the gold.
Before I answer him, I ask him a question. I go, we really don't want to become slaves of his army, and it seems like if we don't do this, our friend's gonna die no matter what. I think so far we have 4 people or 3 people that have said yes. We'd be willing to do this. Is there any help that you could lend or aid that you could possibly offer us? Great Lord of the Hunt, and then I hand him the 2 wolf's fangs that I had gotten earlier. As an appreciation for his information and his helping us, and apology for throwing the coin at him.
Portland, that is such a good question.
He doesn't move to take the fangs. He says,
What you have taken in the hunt is yours by right. It cannot be given to another. Those are yours. However, to aid you along your journey, I might be able to impart some silvered steel to protect you against the foes of the night.
That sounds sweet and really helpful and nice.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Roth, buddy, we're all here.
I want to like turn to him and like take my chest fabric, my newly found chest fabric, and kind of adjust it over my wounds and tighten it a little bit and say, "What do you know of healing?"
I think I can assist in healing.
Bud could heal you.
I totally can. I haven't this whole time.
I know he could, but I want to say it to the Huntsman King, to the all-powerful Huntsman King.
Oh, Roth,
My
buddy.
skills do not fall within healing, only destruction.
My kind of man.
Roth, I'll pat you on the back.
I just want to stop you. Like, as you start petting me, I want to stop you. I'll be like, burn that body for the old lady.
Are you talking to the Lord of the Hunt?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
You're gonna get us all killed before we even go on the hunt.
That's 12 healing to you, Fluff.
Okay. I'll just step back as he pats me on the back. I'll just stop him. And I'll
Well, the second it touches any part of you, it's happening.
So I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Can I add the 12 health that Fudd just told me to add? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I was at 11, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So 20. He should be at 22. Wisdom saving.
Yep.
18.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay. So you look into his eyes. And you see a forest. A wild, untamed forest. You see nymphs. You see shadows dancing beneath trees. You see sharp teeth, red tongues, glowing eyes. And for a moment, you feel eternity. You feel nature. You feel everything dangerous and beautiful and hungry in the forest. And you take 3 points of psychic damage.
How do I do that?
Just take damage.
It's just 3 damage.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm at 19. Okay.
And you are afraid.
Okay. Do I still have poison
You have
disadvantage?
Anymore.
No. You
Okay,
have
so I'm just afraid.
You just have the frightened condition.
Okay.
It means you cannot move closer to him. Any attacks against him would have disadvantage. And you have to use your movement to get as far away from him as possible whenever you possibly can.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So then they're asking me if I'm in or not with this guy.
Yeah, are you in?
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah,
destroy
we're
a
all like
crown
looking
and
at you.
save the world.
So I guess like I just kind of, you guys just see me kind of look at you and then just kind of back up away from him. So I would just be, where is he in this bar, Russ?
He's at the bar.
Is the bar right here?
Yeah.
So then am I just like when I got fear from him, I was
You're
at
kinda
the bar.
You're bumping up against the table, and it's kind of like
Yeah.
scooting back as you're just kind of slowly moving away from him. You're
Yeah,
not
I'm just
running.
gonna stay focused on him and just completely ignore the people around me asking me if I'm in, and just kind of back up and just stay focused on him. But like you guys might be talking to me, but I don't necessarily hear you if I'm frightened.
Is that a no?
Oh, if we're all in, he's gonna come along anyways. He's got
Okay.
nothing better to do.
I wonder if he maybe he's gonna go try to burn that body again.
You're
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
you
give
are
us
in your journey to the village of Nove. Oh, sorry.
Village
Go
of
ahead.
Nove. No, I was just gonna say no. It was just gonna be like, I guess let's get our stuff and directions and what's our first step and Village of Nove.
Are we? Is
I
he?
have a pair of silver daggers, a silver sword, and a silver mace, and a silver spear.
I know which one I'm getting.
Which one do you want, Borland?
Probably the mace, because I think that I would use it better than anybody else.
Okay. Is it
Let
a
me-
long sword, short sword?
Yeah.
What begins
kind
a
of
sword?
Short sword.
Oh, boo.
I
Anyone
would
want the
take-
sword? Anyone need the sword?
I think I would like the daggers. Right?
Well,
Unless
one of
someone
the
else.
I think
daggers.
Yarick, I think our little rogue
Yeah.
buddy's gonna want those
Oh,
daggers.
okay. Yeah, I don't know what the best weapon of that would be for a sorcerer. What would you guys think?
I think he had is there a silver book?
Yeah, just a silver gnome. Just
Do you have a
whack
silver
people.
knife or a scroll?
So what was it? It was the mace, the sword, the daggers, and then was there one more?
There was a spear.
Spear.
There were 2 daggers. There was a mace, and there was a sword.
Well, I guess I
Well,
could
there's
take.
5 of us.
Yeah, I could take the spear because I am. I'm proficient in two-handed weapons, and I don't think anybody else is.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab both of the silver daggers.
Yeah.
I'm going to stow one away, and I'm going to hold the other silver dagger out to Trothnito in one hand, and the big old bag of cursed gold in the other. I said, "You take. If you're coming with us, you take the dagger. If you're leaving, you take the gold, so you get far away from us. Which will it be?"
So there was a mace, two daggers, a spear. What else?
And a sword.
And a sword.
I thought you
can
said there
take
was
the
5 weapons.
Spear or the
There's
sword.
there's two daggers.
Oh, 2.
That's
Oh,
'cause it's
okay,
two
okay.
weapons.
Okay.
That's why I'm holding one of them out to you.
So I want to act like I'm reaching for the gold, and then just grab the dagger.
Roll me a deception check.
Can we all roll our eyes at him as he's doing this?
Right.
Where
The
is
DC is
deception?
18 because all these people know you.
Oh, charisma, deception.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2. 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yeah. Do with that what you will, people.
You can, Borland. Yeah, if you want that mace.
Well, I mean, I guess it would be what you want because.
Well, I'll take the sword, and then
Right.
Eleanor can use the spear.
Give her a little bit of wiggle room. Yeah, that works with me. Do you want the spear or the mace, Eleanor?
The mace.
You want the mace?
I don't know.
I said, "What's a mace?"
So it's like a can of like pepper
I
spray.
was just gonna make that joke. Dude.
It's
Straight
a
silver
one-handed
knife.
like a
weapon that
club.
has
It'll have like a
spikes on
ball
it.
on the top.
Oh, the little spiky ball.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
one way of doing a mace. Yeah. But anything that's like, like a bat is
It
a
has a
style
pole.
of mace. Yeah.
Yeah. It has a heavy object on top.
To use it, you'd have to be really close, like right on top of them.
So they're both simple weapons, so you could use either one.
I'll go with the spear because then I can at least possibly throw it or something like that.
Have some range, yeah.
Has some range.
That works.
Cool.
And I'll take the mace.
All right, short sword. Let me write down that I'm taking the short sword. I'm sure we'll get those stat blocks at some point.
Do I add
You
that?
should be able to find a silver sword.
Oh,
in
cool.
the,
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
found
can add
silver
one.
dagger. Yeah, I added one.
So go to your inventory
Okay.
and then manage inventory. It's to the right there.
Uh-huh.
And then add item, right? And you should be able to just type in silver spear. There's a greater silver sword.
That's the one for sure.
That's the
right?
one.
Like,
Cool,
that's
cool,
the
cool.
one.
Silvered spear. Add. To equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's only the greater one showing up for me for some reason. I'll find it.
Is there any problem? All my weapons equipped? Because right now I'll have a great sword, javelin, a flail, and a mace.
No.
And a shield.
So depending, like if you're in the middle of combat and you're exchanging weapons, depending on things, there may be like a bonus action or an action to change the weapon. But as far as having it equipped, no, not necessarily. You just would not be able to like reach into a backpack and pull it out.
Gotcha.
You are not quiet though. Just to be
Right.
very clear.
No, I am like I'm a decked out tank. Like I like wherever I go, people know that I'm there and I'm ready to tussle. And then as far as like the armor with the shield, could I still have that like on my back if I were to hold the great sword, and it would still count as armor?
No.
There it goes.
Okay.
No,
So
you
then,
have to have the shield in hand for it to count with your AC.
okay. And so if it wasn't in, then my AC would be dropped down by 2 because that's what the shield is.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That answers that question.
Eventually, like there are magic items that you guys may come across at some point that are like shields that just float in front of you, so you can still use two-handed weapons with them. Different things like that can, make it to where, well, maybe I want to use this instead of having a shield. Things like that. There will be plenty.
Cool.
Maybe if you find them.
I finally found it. I had to write some really different words for it to actually show up.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, going back to the guy, because he was saying that we should go to the village or whatever. Do you want us to go now, or would we be okay and safe sleeping because it is the middle of the night at this point?
Do not travel at night.
Yeah, that checks out.
Krakovar.
That checks out.
But I mean, are we really going to feel comfortable sleeping in this place that just had a werewolf pull someone from underground and other ones just burst through the walls? Like,
yeah, the Lord of the Hunt's here.
Yeah,
he's gonna smack in.
We got the barricade is all covered in vines now. The door locks.
but I don't trust him. Like, I'm like afraid.
Well,
Why
then
are you
can stay
afraid?
up.
He just gave us cool toys and a way to not become slaves. Like, what's not to like?
Your frightened condition has ended now at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I say we can hang out here. Obviously, we'll go on watches and.
Well,
sure
we
we're
all
fine,
have silver
but-
weapons.
And silver
We're
weapons.
a lot better prepared.
Yeah, it's a good defensible position.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,